That was the wrong one. Hello and welcome, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you all are interested in playing in any of our games, we do have open slots available in our Friday evening, where we're trying to get a new campaign fired off, and we have an open slot in our Sunday early campaign. If you're interested in any of this, just reach out and let me know. Also, you can go through our Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. So, go ahead, Katarine. Tell us what happened last session.
All right. Last time, after robbing one of the Spaldings, who had won big at both the Coliseum and then at some horse races, we spend the night at the end, and we wake up the next day to find Reese's butler waiting outside our door, asleep. And he says that he has come by to make sure that we are decent enough people for his boss to get involved with, and tries to make us promise that nothing's going to happen to him. And in all honesty, we couldn't make that promise, but we said that we would do our best to look out for him. And a little bit more satisfied, we decide to go back to the office and wait for Reese's arrival. When we do, we talk a little bit more about the Infranitis cult, and we do describe that we know a little bit about it, and that we do have a way in order to kill those agents permanently, even though that they seem to be connected to devils and are able to be resummoned and that sort of thing. So we say that we have to get permission to go into the Nesfarsit Mountains, and that permission can only come from my Spalding. So Reese decides that it's worth his time to call in Tree's favor to him, and in so doing, gets a favor out of Katarine. And the favor that we ask for Tree is to have a Spalding who can give us permission to go into those mountains. It's going to take most of the day, so we decide to do a little bit of shopping. Santi gets a mind shielding ring, because apparently it's perfectly fine for us to invade everyone else's thoughts, but threatened with someone new who can do it, he says, not for him, so he wants to be protected. Bartakov gets a new water pick, and Katarine buys some paper and a new spell. And we return to Reese's home, which he is kind enough to let us stay in for the time while we figure out what we are doing in the real estate market. He does have also a teleportation circle and says that we are welcome to use it as long as we alert him beforehand. So eventually we are given a letter stating that we are going to be examining the quality of metals that are being mined. And that gives us a bit of free range to go through the mountains. So we do stay that night, and the next day we take a wagon and head north to Sharpton. Glenn is navigating, Reese is guiding the cart, and after a day's worth of travel, we find a small farm to camp at. Reese goes and introduces us and says that we are simply just staying the night, that there is no need to worry. But the family invites us in anyway, and they happen to be worshippers of Lyra. And so they are extremely welcoming and extremely kind. And through the course of conversation, Katarine finds out that the last visitors had stolen family heirlooms of silverware from this family. And she asked if they had left anything in behind, which they had, which was a straw hat. And she asks for that particular hat, creating some concern in the followers, because he's wondering what her motivation would be for that. One of the sons is fascinated with Bartakov and the polar bear that he is using as his steed, And also, we learned that the children are interested in crafts, but it's hard to get supplies out. So as the father goes to prepare the barn for us, he questions Catherine about her motives for wanting the straw hat, and she says that she simply wants to return what rightfully belongs to them. No mention of anything more so that she intends to do. So, as everyone gathers to sleep in the barn for the evening, Pat sneaks out and goes and has a talk with the wife. She says that she is very touched by their generosity and how simple they live and what kind of happiness they have. And the wife gives her advice on finding joy wherever she is at. And inspired by that, Katarine reveals herself as Lyr's, as an ASMR, and says that when she has the goddess's ear, she will ask for the blessing for the family. Then they finish out the night, and after a country breakfast, they head out, again, making north for Sharpton.
Alrighty. So, you all continue your journey down the road.
I just wanted to clarify it wasn't treated that I told him the favorite one.
What?
It wasn't tree that I called the favorite anyway. So
The favor was not from Tree.
yeah, it
was
wasn't
from someone
Tree.
else.
Oh,
It was
okay.
from a Spalding, but it wasn't from Tree.
But Tree used its leverage to get it.
It wasn't Tree at all. It was like a council dude that was my favorite.
I see. But I thought Tree was on the council.
Different dude.
Okay. Alright. But, I think that we'd already started to make our way north.
Alrighty. So, continuing your journey northwards. At some point, you break out. Yeah?
I was just gonna say... Okay. Sorry, my internet was on the fritz there.
Were you saying something?
Sorry, my internet was, like, freaked out for a second.
Okay, I'll continue.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you break out of the endless fields over this very vast open plains that you find yourself in. No more farmlands, but instead tall grasses where a bunch of wildlife seems to roam. As soon as you break out, you do notice that there is a pathway, a laid, bricked road for you to start traveling across. Between all of these large gray bricks is little bits of grass peeking out and splitting in between them as well. Definitely not tended to perfectly, but more of a show of moving into a sophisticated area than you've seen previously. You see that there's a sign on the road. As you approach towards one of them, it has two directions. One that leads westward that says Avaloa, and one that leads northwards that says Sharpton. Underneath those two signs, there is a warning. No hunting is permitted within the open groves. This is a sanctuary to Fey friends, and they must not be interrupted with.
No hunting in the open groves?
Yep.
Well, good thing that we bought plenty of rations,
And I have plenty of coffee, so we'll be fine.
So
Just keep an eye out for any trickery on the way.
Will do.
roll me a perception check, whoever is not navigating the survival.
God dang it.
That would be me.
Alrighty.
Shit. 5.
Your wisdom person can't do all of the checks by themselves.
I know.
I
Our
was muted.
one wisdom person.
You want to do it as well, Samdi? You can. Two
Yeah,
people.
Because I'm pretty sure Glenn's the one surviving us.
Mhm.
Yep. He is.
Yeah, I'm the one on the cart driving. So. Of course,
Where's my
darling. Of
perception?
course.
21.
21.
Much
pretty good.
better.
No. Moving through across this cobbled road, listening to the loud clacking of your horse's hooves against it, and the constant ups and downs and uneven nature of your wagon's wheels across this area as well. Samdi, you notice among the tall grass, there's a slight parting towards the tips of the grass themselves. And you don't see any creature looking at you, but you definitely see a disturbance in that area.
I'm just gonna quickly read up on one thing to see if I need line of sight on it.
I believe you do?
If I believe hard enough.
Bay leaf.
One creature you can see. Yeah. I'm going to. So how far away is it?
Maybe 25, 30 feet.
As we're getting closer, I'm going to, with my bonus action, we're going to go in this pedantically, talk to Katarine telepathically, saying, I believe something's watching us. And then I'll have my mage hand kind of, I say poke, but it's more like a wave through it, just...
Alrighty. Roll me a charisma check to see how well you command your hand to stealth through the grass.
Oh, no, it's horrible either way.
Ugh.
Do I get my proficiency?
No, you're not proficient in stealth. Wait, are you?
I am.
Oh, then yeah.
For a +4. For a 12.
Alrighty. Your hand seems to be wading through the grass, and it is definitely creating more of a disturbance. And then when it gets closer towards whatever was out there, there doesn't seem to be anything there anymore.
Alright, out of character. Would Santi know what a quickling is?
Is he proficient in Arcana?
I am not.
No chance of it then. Or do you know any of the Fey-rooted languages?
Draconic. No, I am definitely not proficient in any Feyness.
Then
Somebody, what
unfortunately not.
do you think it is?
Something is looking at us. It was poking a hole through the reeds. I couldn't see anything, so it must have been invisible. Why did I just cast See Invisible?
You said it was invisible, and we're in like
Psychic.
A territory, right? Oh, dang it.
Santi does not like to talk out loud.
What? Something in the grass, something...
Small, either very well hidden and camouflaged or invisible. Sorry, I'm just waking up.
You're fine. But I know what it is.
Are you proficient in any of the Fey-rooted languages?
Sylvan and Arcana.
Alrighty, please roll me an Arcana check.
25.
Lovely.
Now, there's a few different creatures that this could be, based off of your knowledge of the Sylvan races. It could be.
And she was a follower of the Arcart at one point too.
Yeah. It could be. It could be a dryad that slipped in between all of the branches and leaves. It could be living grass, which is a real thing, just creatures that live as grass. They're mostly stationary and they're indistinguishable from grass unless they do something not creature-esque. It could also be a quickling, which moves so incredibly fast that it would be almost imperceivable to most individuals, and to you, 100% imperceivable unless it stood still.
Right. I will share that information. And as I get that, I will. So I have a question.
Yes.
I know that like the tiny hut, it stays in place if like you cast it on the boat, right? Magic circle, same concept, or could I?
Yes, it is a stationary circle.
Fuck.
So as Kat gives the information to the group, and I'm looking at the area of where this creature might have been. My character is Fey touched. Is there any deduction that I can make from that?
Well, you would know, as somebody who is Fey touched, that Fey are friend to you. Unless they're really evil. For some reason, whenever you meet a Fey, they just seem to like you more. Or they're curious with you. You're not sure as to everything. Oh, somebody dropped the call?
That would be Reese.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I've killed him.
Bye.
I could not have another psychic man here.
You're like, no, that's my shtick.
That's my shtick.
I actually like being a non-telepathic person in a party full of telepaths.
You're just like, I don't have a fucking clue.
Welcome
Yep,
back.
I can ignore a lot.
Yep.
You switch headphones.
He gets to just eat.
You guys can hear me?
You
Same
still
as
sound like
normal.
you're coming from your microphone or your camera.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, we're having a computer problem. Or there's internet issues down here because of snow, so I apologize.
No worries.
Last time it was me, don't worry.
So, if I do think it's a quickling,
Well, it's one of those three.
right. So if it's one of those three, for the most part, the other ones I'm not so worried about. It's the quickling, right?
Sure.
And if I know about them enough, would I know to, they like shiny things.
I mean, quicklings aren't that simplistic that they just go, ooh, yay, shiny bauble.
Right,
any
but-
more than every other Fae would.
Mhm.
But they definitely seem to have an attraction towards things of value to them, either personally, usefully, or shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Sentimentally.
Sentimental-ling.
I'll just warn everyone. Just take a moment, catalog what you have, and keep an eye on it very closely.
Well, whatever Fae it might be, it's probably friendly because only the evil ones would try to do the sneaky stuff and not try to greet you with a hello or anything. So maybe be on the lookout.
There's a bit of trickery in every single Fae creature.
I think they're pretty cool.
Oh, I I completely agree with you. I find them to be fascinating, but also, it's just part of their nature.
Right.
Bane origin. That's kind of offensive.
And she'll
So you're not
turn
wrong.
in Sylvan and just be like, I understand them very well.
You
I
understand
speak back in
Sylvan?
Yes, I do.
Oh wait,
I go,
Glenn, do you?
Nope. No
Okay,
idea.
go ahead. Continue.
Yes, I happen to understand them very well. And it might be a little offensive, but it would be saying something like, crocodile people do not like the cold. Like, it's just part of who they are.
Is this still in Sylvan?
Yes.
Santi will say out loud, you know, I can hear you constructing your sentence. There's no language in your head for me.
I speak in common. I understand.
To be fair, I didn't get the whole meaning of the sentence. You do change it up every now and then. I heard crocodile and I assumed it offensive. I'm sorry.
And she does think considerably faster than you do because of her intelligence score.
That makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I can guestimate.
Yes, you can.
You're like, I got words. I got a couple words out of there.
I am smart. I am not that smart.
I do also have a question. Because of my background, is Celestial what I like? Can I think in Celestial as well?
The first language you were taught growing up was Celestial and then Common.
Gotcha.
So you knew Celestial by the time you were 2 fluently, and then you spoke Common fluently by the time you were 3.
Gotcha.
And then you started learning all the other shit by the time you were like 8.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I gotta say, I am completely impressed, darling, by your vocabulary with Sylvan.
As Reese is complimenting her, I'm just stuffing more shit in the bag of holding water.
So when they're not talking, they're talking in their head. But when they are talking, they're talking a different language.
I speak in common. Glenn, it's okay.
It was part of my training to be fluent in many things. I was as the eldest daughter, I was supposed to be used for diplomatic purposes.
Ah, code for arranged marriage.
Precisely.
So,
Especially once my brother was born.
Hey, don't dock arranged marriages. They get you to places where you need it, okay?
Hey,
Ah,
Joey,
yeah.
quick question. Did I make it back to the group, or am I still gone?
oh no, you come galloping up behind them. You read the signs
Well.
along the way as well.
Not quite galloping, but yeah.
I mean, you can gallop on a cloud.
I'm just imagining the Jetsons.
Are you still cowboy? Are you,
know
still
what?
cowboy?
You know what? I was going to ask you about this. Can I manage Cloud shape a little bit? Because I was picturing that the other day, like sometimes having him like be a horse
is
Cloud.
not a
So
Cloud is
it
not the
wouldn't
shape of a
have
pony.
limbs,
I mean, not like-
but it
not
would
like-
be like a rocking horse body shape.
You know, like how you look up and there's a vague
Yeah,
shape, like when you
yeah,
look at a
yeah.
Cloud.
not enough
Yeah.
to have distinguishable limbs, but definitely like the outline of torso, neck, head. Like
Yeah,
easy.
perfect.
Like if you touch your head, you're like, that's totally a horse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a rocking horse. One of those old ones that just sat on the ground and went back
Yep.
and forth.
Perfect.
It's
So-
actually a gymnast horse.
You all look up at a horse flying towards you with a monkey on it.
Welcome back, monkey.
There you are.
My inexplicable urge to try and shoot that thing down increases every day.
Do you just like control the clouds? Are you a druid?
He's a god.
I'm a god. So let's keep going, and I'm gonna be about I'll be next to them, but about 10 feet off the ground as we're traveling, and I'll be to the right.
Well, as you're passing by, you all look at a patch of grass that is completely missing in a circle that's only about 3 feet wide or so. And standing in there is 4 blade warriors. Now, to describe to you what a blade warrior is, they are blades of grass tied around darker blades of grass to look like they have armor, holding onto a sword made of a blade of grass. There appears to be about 4 of them standing there.
In my time with traveling in between Spalding and Sharpton, have I seen these before?
No.
I go, oh, that is new. That is very new.
Like, oh,
Howdy.
fuck.
They weren't here
I'll,
last week. I'm just pointing that out.
Monkey kind of picks up his hat. Howdy, friends. We're just passing through. Hope you don't mind.
The 4 of them reach back behind themselves, and they pull out a woven basket made out of loose twigs and bring it over towards the road and just place it on the edge of the road and push it towards you all.
That's mighty fine basketry. There you got.
Are they
What
are they
does
asking
it-
for like payment?
They're asking for something.
When you look into the basket, there are berries in it.
Oh,
Wild berries, many of them.
I'm gonna say crispy, and then my armor's gonna appear on me because I don't trust what might or might not happen.
Crispy?
Crispy.
Okay.
There's
all the-
no
I-
uwu talk
I
here.
imagine Quispy. So I just imagine like your very nice gentleman's outfit just gets like sharp edges across it.
Yeah, it's just
Crispy.
a breastplate. Just poof.
So that's how you get a 6-pack in
It
5
gives you those
seconds.
shoulder pads, but they're
Yeah,
way
come on.
thicker. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go ahead, Jess. Cat.
In,
Sorry.
in Sylvan, Katarina will go, like, is this that they're offering, or do I not know?
you're not quite sure yet. This is your first time directly interacting with Faye, other than the one who tried murdering you in your sleep.
Cool. Good morning. We are looking to pass through. Is this something that you are offering, or are you asking from us for passage?
Gifts for dead man.
Gifts for dead man.
They all nod.
Did someone die here?
They all point at Glenn.
What did
Oh.
you do?
I see.
Oh yeah, you two are
That
the only
is-
ones that understand this.
It's very generous of you. And then in common to Glenn, these are presents for you.
oh. See, I told you
What?
the Fays are friendly.
Do you know them?
I don't think so. But I mean, you know, Fae are just friendly in nature, you know. Like I said, unless they're like super evil, but they're just nice. And as I'm assuming these are for me then, right? As
They
he
are.
grabs some berries and then just pops them in his mouth.
Alrighty. Who here is proficient in nature?
I.
Okay. These are wild poisonous berries, but to you, they're exceptionally sweet with like a very nice tarty aftertaste. They're very good.
Right. Now, just so, would Glenn be aware that tardy aftertaste is is it a sign of poison?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fully aware that anyone else who ate these would probably either have massive shits for the next 3 days or die if they couldn't stay hydrated.
Ooh, love the kick on these. None of you guys should try this though. It's poisonous.
Lovely.
And all of the
Why are you eating
Blade
them?
warriors begin clapping their hands excitedly watching him eat this.
What do you mean? Oh, right. I mean, it just packs a kick for me, you know. But just be careful.
And in Sylvan, Katarina will say to them, he says that it had a nice kick to it.
Yeah, everyone other than Dead Man dies. They keep clapping.
He did say that.
I clap towards Glenn too. Just good job, dead man. Good job. In common.
For eating? For eating berries? As he pops
I don't
them
know.
over
They
his
keep
mouth?
calling you dead man. Okay, I don't know what you want from me, bro. Okay, so
Like, I'm adopting their language for you.
But But then the Blade Warriors hold their tiny little bladed hands up towards you for the basket. And it is a very small basket. Like, a rabbit could hold this.
They're waiting for their basket, Glenn.
Oh, right. Give it back.
They gladly take it, and then they twist amongst themselves and turn back into this little patch of grass.
I'm going to just really study it for a second. So if I find something that looks very similar, I can.
So, roll me a perception check, Katarine.
Okay.
Maybe they weren't there. Maybe they were just figments of our hallucinations.
19. That's the first good perception roll I think I've rolled all fucking campaign.
So, there's two things. One, either they are 100% indistinguishable from an actual blade of grass.
Mm-hmm.
Or two, this entire field, as far as your eyes can see, are just creatures like them.
Oh.
It's one of those two. You haven't had much experience with fields of green in your life, Katarine.
Right.
There's the
snow
the sand.
or sand.
As Glenn looks in the general direction of where the Blade Warriors turn back into grass, he's gonna say, "Well, thanks for the berries. I don't know if you guys understand me, but here's a little cool trick I can do." And he's gonna take out his devil sticks and start twirling them a bit.
So,
Nice.
little backstory on these, and your character would be aware of what they are, Reese. Devil sticks are two short sticks that usually have some type of squishier but still firm substance at the end of it, and a third stick that you juggle between those two sticks. They call them devil sticks because many devils actually do love playing with these. They also love turning people's hands into those two shorter sticks and making them juggle this incredibly large stick filled with poisonous spikes in hell to torture them.
Noted for future contracts.
But yeah, to the common, Comordian individual, they're just fun little things.
Noted. Next time someone tries to back out of a deal, I'm gonna threaten to turn their arms into devil sticks. Starts writing it down.
Just taking notes for the future.
Some D pops in Reese's head. Ooh, noting that down as well. No.
I can reply because you opened a link, and I go, "Oh, now I'm allowed to be in your head."
It was a joke.
It was a joke. You gotta wind that one back a little bit, yeah.
No, it's... Yeah. Banter.
So, continuing through here, you eventually come across an individual in the open fields. A elven person who has exceptionally long, drooping earlobes that come down to a sharp end that has a hanging diamond from either one of them. The earlobe itself stretches almost down midway past their bicep. There's little bits of green trickled into the hair itself, almost like it's naturally organically dyed in there, and the individual seems to be picking berries out in this open field as they look over at you all and just casually wave.
Just...
I
don't know
tip
if
my
they're-
hat back. And at this point, Cloud is now more flat because we're not galloping or having to go anywhere fast. So he's just kind of flat, and I'm kind of sitting.
A
What do
flat
they call
cloud.
that? Not like thin flat, but
Yeah.
Not. And I'm
The
sitting.
magic carpet ride.
How do they? What do they call it? crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Monkey, does that cloud, is that like a magical thing? Like, where'd you get that from? Because that is, I gotta say, quite amazing.
This is Cloud, my friend.
So it's alive? Is it like an elemental? Is it like a ghost? Did you bound some poor soul's spirit to a thing of air and turn it into a cloud? What did you do?
No,
How'd
good
you do
gods don't have to do that. This is just a friend of mine. It's Cloud. He's just Cloud.
Does it think? Does it?
Of course. Don't you think?
Huh. I try to like reach into its mind telepathically. Can you understand me? Does it just not hit anything?
It doesn't hit anything.
I look at Monkey and go, interesting. Cool.
Yeah, we got some good stories. I could spin a few yarns for you if you'd like while we travel.
I mean, let's not get caught up in the past. Let's get caught up in the future.
So, this elven individual begins wandering towards you all as you are traveling. Hello, friends.
Howdy.
Beautiful day, brother.
Good morning.
Howdy. Good morning. Hi. Make sure you all, up ahead, there's a break in the roadway. You want to try your best to, like, get over it. If you have any planks of wood for your wheels to go across, just don't touch the grass, okay?
Why? What has
It's
changed in the
alive.
last week?
The grass is alive. Well, in the last week, there wasn't a break in the road. They've always had the rule of don't step on the grass, don't,
Okay.
this belongs to the Fey folk, but there wasn't a break in the road.
So they made a break in the road. They made a whole nother road. Tax collectors' money gone to waste. Got it.
Specifically the tax collector and not the taxpayer.
Somebody made a opening.
I know
in
what
it.
I said.
What happened?
Well, I was traveling through here, but a couple of days ago, and I noticed that there was an opening, and, well, there was a fallen cart that apparently they tried going through the grass to get there. And, well, now there is not people manning that cart.
Oh, so you're not familiar with what created the break in the road?
No, I just discovered it there, and I'm staying out here until I can find somebody to come through and fix it. It's a magical road, so we have to
Oh,
make
I
sure
see.
it's fixed appropriately by somebody who can enchant it.
I want to insight this guy. No one helps people for no reason.
Sure.
As
In
he's
your
doing
mind.
that, Glenn's just gonna say out loud, well, luckily for you, we got an enchanted wizard with us.
What kind of
That's-
enchantment does it require?
Some magical enchanting, like not the make it do what you want kind, but the make it safe kind. Your insight of 15. This man is either hard to read or very, very good at lying. Or he's just here to help.
Noted.
Mark's down good at lying.
There's no way that I am not good enough at detecting lies. Therefore, he must be lying.
You have to have confidence in your own character.
Right.
So,
Well, it's when we come to it, I will take a look and see if there's anything that I can do.
Oh, that'd be great. I have some spare stones as well, if that... I'll come along with you guys. My name's Dacio, by the way.
Oh, I forgot to ask the name.
Wow.
Glenn over here.
Usually when I meet random roaming bands of adventurers, they never ask me my name.
How many roaming bands of adventurers have you met recently?
Oh, you know the path between Sharpton and Spalding. It's usually has quite a few people. And recently, like in the past 4 months or so, 5 months, there's been a lot.
Huh. Noted. Writing down, obviously setting us up for trap.
So you said that started a few months ago? Lot more traveling?
A lot more travelers and adventurers. There was always some.
Right.
But, yeah.
Is that about the same, like, thinking out loud, would I make a connection to that would being about the same as the divine race?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that is interesting.
Right. But, yeah, it was just a few days ago that I noticed the break. I mean, it could have been here. It's been probably a good week and a half since I come through here, but I don't know why somebody would just... I mean, you would have to dispel the enchantment on that section and then physically break it.
I look at everyone else. Are you guys magical enough to do that? I'm not.
So in order to create the break in the road, that's what they had to do.
Yeah, of course, it's magical, so...
God, understand.
You know how... I mean, like, I hope you... Do you know how... I didn't want to presume that you know how... I feel like I'm mansplaining how magic works, and I...
You're fine. You're fine. It helps to know as much information as possible. And any bit of information you can provide about what happened, or any speculation would be appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, that's... So each of the segments in, like, a 5-foot area are enchanted, right? With the same enchantment.
Right, it's a repeated sort of thing.
Yeah, of course. But they only broke the one section, and... I mean, it's... Most of the Fae don't... The grass is alive, right? Like, when I step and he takes a step, and you notice the grass physically moves out of the area of his foot. They know me. They know not to be there, so... If they don't know you and you don't tell them that you're about to step there and you step on them, you're stepping on creatures.
Right, they are sentient.
Yeah. And the bladed grass, like, they're good folk. They're kind, but, you know, the dryads are... they're really protective. Reasonably so. You don't want, you know, the people who serve underneath you, if you follow, like... diplomacy or civilizations like kingdom rules, democracy, whatever those things are. You don't want the people underneath you to come to harm. You got to protect them. And
Exactly.
sometimes dryads protect them by making the people that make them suffer turn into puppets for living trees.
I like these guys.
Oh yeah,
They have
the Fae are some of the most fucked up people in the entire universe.
Oh, I know.
Devils are lawful, you know? Their torture has rhyme, reason. Fae are whimsically sinister.
There's a reason why cats worship the Arcards.
Yeah.
Well, we will be sure to take care of the grass gently. And not enrage any of the dryads. But let me take a moment and let me see what kind of enchantment is on this road. And she's gonna hop off and put her hand to the ground and ritually cast Identify.
Okay. You identify this as a warded walkway. Otherworldly creatures are not capable of stepping foot onto this walkway. Only creatures native to this realm can. It is warded from interaction of these otherworldly creatures as well. You identify this as not evocation. What's the other one? Not enchanted. Abjuration style magic.
It's interesting. I have something that could work on it temporarily, but as far as in casting it into the road itself, don't know if I could make it permanent.
I mean, you said that it's just a ward, right? Oh no, sorry, you didn't say shit. My bad.
She's like talking out loud as she's like identifying it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you said it's like a ward, right? Like, is it like a ward?
It is a ward. It is designed to keep out what does not originate from this plane.
Oh, so we should be fine because we originate from this plane, right?
That's why we are capable of walking upon it.
Okay.
Some TT materializes.
I don't see the problem if it just keeps out like demons, angels, you know, all the weird things.
And fae. And gods. Celestials.
Undead.
Messages a lot like
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
they wanna,
Yeah, Kat's like taking her hand up.
Well, I mean, you're native to
Good.
this plane. You're
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah. So as far as our travel on it, that's fine. It is trying to think of how I could create that same sort of space permanently to fix the road up ahead.
Well, we have spare stones. They actually come from the Guineac pools. Interesting thing that happens there. The fresh water mixes with like the salty slopes of the mountains themselves, and then they get infused with these little crystals. And for some reason, at the bottom of the biggest waterfall, these massive stones are developed, and well, they're cut for the purposes of warding against these types of creatures. I have a few slabs that I managed to bring out here. Maybe that'll help you enchant it?
That does sound like it's the perfect base for it.
Yeah. More or less, it's the protection from good and evil spell, but enhanced because of the stone. Do you have that spell, Cat? Or does anybody?
I do not. Hang on.
Can
Let
you
me
double
check. Let me check Bart.
Yeah.
Paladins can learn it,
Aren't
as well
paladins
as
prepared
first level
casters?
clerics. They are.
Okay. Well, they
He
call him
doesn't
prepared
have
caster.
it.
But he can learn it. And don't paladins have access to their entire spell sheet? They just prepare.
They prepare it each morning when they do their prayers.
Fuck.
Is
that a
Catherine?
Yes.
If this is for the purposes of magically enchanting something, Gabriel steps up. Then wouldn't it be accurate to say that so long as you perform a standard ceremony using spiritual guidance from Botakorv, as he can do, that you would be capable of infusing that ceremony into the stones themselves and replacing the magical effect with a similar enough one to be applicable?
So what you're saying is to use Bartakov's
His ceremony.
Right. Interesting. And then for me to basically finagle something in the same place.
Yeah. The law of comparative return.
Look
And,
at
like-
Gabrielle go.
There's a moment where Kat's just like,
When
wait,
did he get
that's
smart?
not right. Oh, when that's. I'm trying to. Who did they bring in for that as a tutor for that?
What, to teach me about magical bullshit?
Yes, the
Oh,
magical
I
bullshit.
just read all of the tomes in your family study. Not all of them, just like the more public ones. It all seemed quite simple.
I only read your journal once.
No, I just trying to think because that's Oh goodness, that was. You know, what? Trying to think of that one tome. I can see it. It had the purple binding.
How to banish bullshit 101.
So.
God, the Ruskies had such great
So-
names.
And like she's gone like full, just like analytical. Like so, would you? I both was prepared magic circle and banishment. Which one do you think would be the most appropriate?
Magic Circle will be one that is more easily infused into the area, considering it is a ritual-style spell, and you would be able
Right.
to leave it there for a more permanent amount of time than just a short little bit. Banishment would be if you want to infuse the rock to instantaneously banish any creature, not stop them from entering it to begin with.
That makes sense. And I did have magic circle prepared. So, but if you're willing to give it a try, Gabriel, that works perfectly.
Now, while we're waiting, I'll go back to push-ups. And he goes into the back.
Well, it seems that we have a plan for how to deal with it.
So all of you just found out that apparently Gabriel is really fucking smart.
In very specific ways.
Yes.
Did that just happen?
Yes.
Have the berries gone through you yet?
No, Glenn, it's not something that made you hallucinate. It seems that. And trying to, I will connect with Glenn specifically. When we were younger, he was a bit of don't know how to put this kindly. He was very different than he is now, and much more focused on books, things like that, but not. It's very strange to know that I'm still processing it myself.
Yeah, the dude's growing up.
He did. So shall we give it a try?
Sure. Let me just follow along beside you all. If you don't mind, I prefer my feet in the dirt.
Certainly.
So, he wanders with you all for about half a mile or so. And then you come across this break in the road that's about a 5-foot area in total. Not a perfect break either. Definitely somebody took a sledgehammer pickaxe to this area and just broke up all of the stones once they were no longer enchanted and then dispersed them. Not into the fields, though, just not here. Beside that area, you see that there are 3 large slabs of stone that would encompass the 5-foot area perfectly.
Oh, we lost Reese again.
I didn't know he came back.
I didn't notice he left then.
He'll look at it and go, excuse me, warriors, would you be so kind as to move out of the area so they can help lift these stones up and just put the enchantment back? And you watch as all the grass around that stone and the edges of this roadway just parts and separates.
Thanks, guys.
Would anybody like to help me? It really is a struggle moving these things, and
All right, let's get
How
to it.
Yeah, I
heavy do you
suppose.
guesstimate they are?
each stone has to weigh about 400 pounds.
Monkey will help.
I will cast telekinesis.
Ooh. So Samdi easily lifts one of them with his mind as the other 2 are coming over to... Oh.
And
Just slightly moving a finger with it. Just
Catherine's gonna sit this one out, but
Yeah.
Bart and I guess Gabriel will try another.
All right, so
mostly
the 2 of them...
Gabrielle.
Pivot!
And-
Pivot! Pivot!
Just yelling at each other in Celestial. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Monkey, of course, is, I don't think you heard me, but he's helping. And I think Bart, If I remember right, his strength is kind of low.
Bart
No, and
is
he's-
Bart's like
But
the
he's-
third strongest in the party.
He's proficient in athletics, though.
He is, yeah.
Got like a 13 strength, I think.
He's the third
So,
strongest in the party.
yeah,
Yeah.
so above average, but yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
fourth strongest, I think. Glenn.
I'm just average. 10.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
as you're trying to help move the other one, you watch as this wood elf shakes their body, and as they're shaking, brown fur starts shooting out from all over them, and they turn into a large brown bear.
Where?
And I'll make myself big as well.
Yep. And
this.
you and the bear can manhandle one of these slabs.
Yes.
It's not the
In
only
the-
thing that bears me manhandling.
In the
sorry.
background, Santi is sitting on the cart, just like.
The cat's just sitting next to him, just like. Didn't need magic to get this done.
Tetris.
All right, so the three slabs are very quickly laid down into their proper location and shifted so that they are perfectly uniform with this large cobbled road. Now that they are placed inside of there, Katarine, you may conduct your instructions for specifically what you want. And Gavril would walk over to you with a notepad full of notes and just hand it over to you. But I came up with this while I was doing my one-handed push-ups. My other hand wasn't busy, so I figured I'd help.
And I'll take a look at him, and it's like I'm sure it's like quantum physics level, right?
Yes, it is the theoretical physics behind magic. He clearly needs a lot of work to be able to apply magic, but he understands theoretically how it's supposed to work. Luckily, applied
He's a wise
magic's-
man, just
No,
not
he
a smart
is,
man.
He is not a wise man. He is a very smart man. No wisdom at all. He belongs to the Order of the Himbo.
Yes. Right. So just this, and of course it would yes. And like as she's talking, like there's like little glyphs and stuff that appear in her hand, like as she's like practicing the thought behind it. That works perfectly.
You did have to change about 12 different things, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're in the right direction, just like the calculation was off just a little bit, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's the difference between high school level physics and like physics major in college.
Right.
Grad student. Like
No, the principles are sound. Just you see here that you would need to move this particular object here, and this sigil would be here. You just had them flip-flopped.
oh, I didn't know you could change things. Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh.
It's something that, you know how they say that you never switch your sword hand,
No.
but it does have advantages to doing so once you learn. You can break the rules once you learn the rules.
Oh. Okay then. So, Bardakov performs a ceremony trying to sanctify this location and keep it safeguarded. You perform your magical circle on top of that in order to protect it from any outer worldly influence. Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
No
Hey, your mic's
worries.
better too.
You're welcome. Yeah, there's like a lot of snow and it's like -20 outside, so it's gonna be messing with my internet.
Oh, that's horrible.
So
That's
it's
awful.
yeah. Again, I'll keep messaging you guys every time it goes down. So it shouldn't be an issue now, hopefully.
Once the applied magical circle is there, and Katarine, you are being assisted, I need you to roll me an Arcana check in order
Oh.
to. Oh,
Can
what
I
were you saying?
inspire her? Oh, can
Absolutely.
I inspire her?
This is going to take the course of 1 hour. How many inspirations do you have?
I got 5. I mean, worst case, I use a lucky on her. So yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So,
Alright.
Arcana check. With advantage, you're being assisted.
27.
Are you happy with that?
I would use whatever can be given, just for fun.
Bardic inspiration. Take it.
I'll
Could do it.
If you use all of your bardic inspiration,
Oh.
I would allow her to use half of whatever she rolls, rounded down.
All 5? Yeah, as long as we take a short rest, we should be fine.
Well,
I'll
So what dice is that?
it's a D8 right now.
D8.
Getting close to that D10. Hey, half. Rounded down. 4. So
31.
31. Are you happy with 31?
I am happy with 31.
Okay, good.
You're like, fucking 31. You should be happy with that. Calm down.
During your time infusing your spell into this nice little area, you watch as the stones slide perfectly and extend into the long pathway before you. You watch as there's this faint glow of divinely white glowing light, followed by the intense bluish, light blue color from your arcane developments on top of it. And you're fairly positive that this will keep it safe.
That was solid. That felt good.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I got a feeling that just looked right. Like that just felt right. What you guys did there.
It was a D10. I was wrong.
Oh, it is a D10? All right, re-roll it.
Yeah.
Well, if I reroll it, can I take it if it's higher?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I
It's
should
I'm
shut
alright
up.
with that.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyways.
That's a solid theory.
Wow. You guys fixed that lickety-split. You know, it took the original caster across this coast close to 5 years to do that. Go from, the beginning of this road all the way up to the end.
That's a long time to dedicate.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew the
Cat
guy.
was
He's dead now. Humans,
I
Right.
agree.
Right.
while Cat and them were doing that. Monkey was laying on the cloud and had his hat over his face and did a short rest.
Perfect. You get to sit there, relax.
Just take a
enjoy it.
nap.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day as well, Monkey, and because of your nature as you're lying like off the side of the road, you do get blades of grass that like kind of tickle the back of your neck a little bit. So,
Sorry to disturb your nap, Monkey, but it seems that we are ready to continue.
All right then, and I'll Cloud. Let's go, and I give Cloud a little scratch and get on top of Cloud. Still just in his regular Cloud form, golden Cloud form, and we'll go.
So, you all continue along this pathway.
Is the guy still traveling with us, or did he stop after we fixed the break?
No, he stopped. He has nothing to do. All right, see you guys. Take care.
Thank you for the warning.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Before we go, is there anything else we should be looking out for? You said besides there's there's Dryad guys, but I know we don't bother them. They won't bother us.
If you find out who broke the road, ask him why, and if it's a bullshit reason, kill him.
Kill him like the dog he is. Got it.
I mean, yeah, who knows?
Oh.
It's so weird though. Like I didn't find any of the stones nearby. I guess they took them.
Crazy. Do any of you guys want to drive the cart for the rest of the way while I take a chill in the back? Getting a little stiff.
I am not proficient in vehicles.
You'll be okay. The horse kind of just does the job.
Oh, joyride! Yeah, you don't got to tell me twice. So,
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'm gonna chill in the back and try and get a short rest.
Yeah. All right, Glenn. Animal handling.
Oh shit!
That's okay. I got this. Good luck, Stone, baby.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Oh my god.
I'm sure. I'm gonna use one of my lucky to have him re-roll it.
Yeah. He starts off by, he looks like he's about to slap the horse in the ass to like, yeah, let's go. And,
Okay, there we go.
That's better.
you
Glenn,
feel
no.
like- all right.
Soft movements. Soft.
Right.
The horse is
Can,
just
can,
galloping.
can I trust you to take over for the rest of the for right now?
Sorry, I'm
I-
back.
Yeah, we're
Just-
sorry you're
we
back
were just
too.
joyriding.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, it's okay to joyride. It's okay. Just the horses spook easily.
What happened?
Glenn's gonna take over for the cart for the next hour where I kind of relax and his shoulders are getting kind of stiff. Not meant for manual labor like this.
Bartakov is proficient in land vehicles.
Yeah, but I'm sure Glenn will be fine.
That nat 1 is gonna.
I don't know what you're talking about. It
Gorgeous.
doesn't look
Yeah.
like a nat 1 to me. Looks like a natural 17 to me.
Dirty 17.
30, 17. Yeah, Glenn will be fine. Glenn will be fine. I'm just gonna chill in the back and kind of short rest it in.
Before we actually head on any further, Glenn's gonna look at somebody and say, "Well, just in case we might have to get the jump on somebody," and I'm gonna cast Gift of Alacrity on him.
I see him casting the spell and go, what do you think's gonna happen when you're driving a cart?
Well, you never know. And
It's just an
Sandi's really
hour.
slow. Glenn is. Sandi's really slow on the jump. All right. So if I just accidentally crash this thing, he's gonna need all the help he can get.
Yeah,
You're not gonna crash the thing. I'm sure
it's-
you'll be fine, Glenn.
It's,
What
It's
could
good combat
possibly
too.
go wrong?
Oh
What could
no!
possibly
Oh no, we never went over that rule with him. Roll me a d100.
No!
Wait, what?
Whenever you say something relative to what are the odds or what could possibly go wrong,
Oh shit.
random deep.
6.
Oh, it's him or not me?
Oh, fuck.
That was him.
Okay. You can ignore that one.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
All right. Well, as
Thanks.
you are sitting in the cart saying what could possibly
I am not associated with him.
go wrong, monkey floating on the outside, you watch as a very large bird flies overhead.
It's a rock.
And we're
Oh.
gonna go on break. When we come
Oh.
back, we'll see what possibly went wrong.
Ah!
Be right back. Welcome back, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump back in the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available in our Sunday Early Daddy Issues campaign, also known as Bad Religion. And we have an open slots available in a Friday Early campaign that starts between 12 and 1 p.m. EST. Trying to fire off a brand new campaign with a group of players, so if you're interested in any of that, reach out to me and let me know. So, everybody, you done goofed. You tempted fate, calling out into the ether. What could possibly go wrong as we are traveling? And as that happens, Monkey, you look up into the sky as a massive rock soars above your head. Are you fucking kidding me?
Nice. Nice.
We
Alright,
found the
everybody.
one obese rock.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
He's so sad.
You
Honestly,
don't
I can still-
understand my luck. You really... If I
be
roll
fair-
above... if I roll a 10, I am ecstatic.
Okay, I have pretty bad luck.
It's like
still
initiative,
roll.
like every time.
Every
Oh
time.
my god.
It's
Is
You
okay.
still roll below that.
that a +9 to your initiative? Oh my god.
Yeah, I understand that too. Don't worry. That's the whole
Salty
reason why I
out of the
took
gate.
Lucky.
So add that to your initiative.
Oh yeah, it's jack of all trades. It's amazing for initiative.
Right.
Wait,
Reesh, what's your deck score?
4.
You go before Bart. We really should
Yeah.
enable
Oh,
tiebreakers.
Yeah,
We should enable tiebreakers on everybody's sheets just for that. Alrighty, so, Monkey, you are the only person reacting during the surprise round.
We got something big at 16 o'clock. I'll point up.
16 o'clock.
Yeah.
All of you are very confused as to what the fuck that could possibly mean. So, what would you like to do with your
But
action?
I did
Oh,
point up.
yeah. There.
like looking at my sundial, like
So I am going to. We use a 16 base math system where I'm from. So we're going to.
It has 3 hands.
Mhm.
One for each dimension.
Well, here's hoping that this is not considered hunting.
Hmm.
And I don't know if Monkey saw the sign.
Oh, you did.
No
I
one's-
told you you saw
Oh.
you saw all the signs on your.
They
way
saw it, and then I galloped in.
Yeah, I said as you were galloping in, you came
but
across
I
the
didn't.
signs.
Okay,
just so
I
there's
missed that.
no
Okay.
actual confusion.
Man. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I am. As a bonus action, I will screw it. It's coming. It's heading towards us, or is it just flying? I know we're in initiative, but
It soared past everything and is circling around like it's about to pass by again or attack. You're not positive which action it's going to take.
all right then. Man. Okay. Screw it. I'm just gonna. I will pull out my crossbow, my hand crossbow. Is that stupid? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna bonus action. Activate my storm rune, and then I am going to.
Oh. I completely forgot they did shopping last session and you weren't here.
Uh-huh.
The one thing they would have came across that you might have been interested in is a +2 sling.
Ooh, interesting.
That is interesting, Tim.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna bonus action activate my storm rune, and I'll use my movement to come here and about 20 feet off the ground. No, we'll make it 10 feet off the ground. Yeah. And then I'm going to hold my action to attack if the giant bird, if that pigeon comes any closer and tries to attack one of us.
What pigeon?
Yeah.
Goddamn varmint.
Look
So-
at that cute pigeon.
Aw.
It's so cute. Could scratch his whole beak.
You're the size of one of the talons.
And I'll hold my action to attack if it attacks one of us or comes within.
Ready.
Yep.
Well, the creature does swoop down, and it looks like it is aiming its talons outwards towards the wagon itself. Monkey, go ahead, release your held action.
All right, here we go. Do.
That's a big bird.
He is. First attack.
Yeah, that hits. It's a giant fucking bird. Like,
Yeah. Why?
it's tough, but it ain't that tough. Only a -3. You're still at -5, but still. Oh no, you have fighting style archery. Yeah.
Yep.
We're just like, yeah, Glenn, just keep your eyes on the road. We'll be fine. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, fuck!
24 points of piercing damage. You get your +1
Correct.
stacking.
All right, next attack.
I'm just imagining one of us gets carried off by this
That
and they
hits.
scream back, "You did this, Reese!"
You
20,
son of a bitch.
23.
All right, it takes it. However, its attack does go off. Samdi and Reese. I'm gonna roll a D2. 1 Reese, 2 Samdi.
Reese, please. Fuck!
So,
They both kind of make sense. Lizard and,
surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise.
26 to hit.
Do I have? Can I silvery barbs that?
You don't
or
have a
am I not in yet?
reaction on surprise rounds.
Mhm.
I just wanted to ask.
Yep. Nobody has
Just in
any
case.
reactions on surprise rounds. So, Samdi, as you hear Monkey say that, you see him shooting across over at the thing. You're about to start standing up to look at whatever the fuck that is out there, and you feel this ripping sensation behind you as 2 talons swoop underneath your arm, and one stabs over your shoulder into your chest, piercing deeply. That is going to be
Ooh.
23 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
And you are now grappled. As the creature is grabbed onto you with one of its talons, it is then going to sink its beak down on top of Reese. Reese, 15 to hit.
Nope,
Why do you get this shit?
because I have my armor on.
No,
And
but you got the nat too.
I love it.
as it picks you up, it is going to fly.
And Samdi, in all fairness, you look like a lizard. Who hasn't seen a bird carrying off a lizard?
It is going to fly.
Sir.
Fly.
Sir.
Oh no!
and fly. Cat,
Oh, wait.
I have half a mind
You
to
do have-
actually just cast something on you right now, Monkey.
so Katarine,
Yeah.
you are going to have to spend half your movement to stand up. You're inside
Uh-huh.
of a cart.
Uh-huh.
Unless you are proficient in land vehicles, in which case it costs you 5 feet of movement to stand up
Nope.
or dismount.
So I can't see how far this thing has gone away from us.
Oh, it's not supposed to be nighttime.
Ah, dang it.
There you
Okay.
go.
Cool.
So you
Like,
can
I
see
need a
how far I
distance.
am.
Oh, and I should also change its elevation. It's no longer 30 feet. It is now 20 feet off the ground.
Sorry, I'm relaunching my Roll20.
No worries.
So It's 20 feet off the ground, above trees.
Yes.
Oh, gotta be within. God damn it. Distance on these things. Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay.
Phantasmal
sorry.
force.
Yeah, I was going to go there, but it's out of range. That's also out of range. God damn it.
Oh, and also the tart over top of the cart is ripped to shreds with one attack. It's just decimated.
I have mending. We can
Cool.
fix it.
Yeah.
Just takes time.
Alright, so it's in Somdi's claws.
Vice versa.
Sir? Ma'am, repeat
Vice
what you
versa.
just said.
Samdi is in its claws.
Thank you.
Somebody's right. He's got the bird right where he wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the bird right where you're not trapped in here. Like, you're trapped in here and me.
You know, I have half a mind to use my next action to mental prison him into that scenario.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to cast Vitriolic Sphere, to where it's going to keep Somdi out of range of it. So behind it.
And it is within range of the sphere, 80 feet.
It's 150 feet on the range.
Perfect.
And it's a 1 diameter ball of acid, explodes in 20-foot radius. So it's going to have it explode like right back here.
So, deck save?
It is a dex save.
It does not have advantage.
Ha
12. A
That
ball of
is-
acid sprays into the creature's backside.
But I hang on, change it over to where I can actually.
10d4 acid damage.
Yeah. I'll figure that out in a second. So I'm gonna do 10d4. $19.
That is an unfortunate amount of ones and twos.
It was.
Right?
It maintains its grip on you, Samdi, despite the acid.
And so I used half my movement. I'm gonna hop down, start going a little bit closer.
Alrighty. Samdi once told me.
Hands off me, you fucking bitch.
Go ahead, Samdi. As it has its talons gripping tightly onto you, you feel the strain of its talons that shoved into your chest, luckily missing your lungs and your heart, but not missing you. What would you like to do?
I am going to cast. If I have, it's a creature, therefore anything can be affected by it, so long as it's not immune to charmed. Which I am hoping that this is not a Fey rock. I call it a frock.
It is, in fact, maybe a frock. Go ahead and cast your spell.
Oh no! Okay. I want to cast Mental Prison on it
Uh-huh.
and heighten spelling it.
Ooh,
So that's
wisdom?
disadvantage on this. It is a intelligence.
Oh! Thanks
Hmm.
for the disadvantage.
I want this thing dead.
And
He's
what
like,
is
you touched me.
the mental prison? As you
I-
cast the spell, yeah, go ahead.
As I'm casting the spell, I am just making the dice in my hands hover as I am looking at it, and I slowly transform into a sandstorm that envelops it in his mind,
As the
and it cuts and slices through it.
Mm.
I will roll the attacking part of it. Is this attacking part, or is this just... There it is. 22 psychic.
Show the description of the spell.
You can't do that, Reese.
Yeah, only we can.
We both did it.
I know.
Bind a creature with an illusory cell that only it perceives. One creature you can see within range must make an intelligence saving throw. The target succeeds automatically if it is immune to being charmed. On a successful save, the target takes that psychic damage. On a fail, they take half as... They take that much psychic damage. Wait.
Save or fail, they take the psychic damage. It's the secondary effect that happens if they fail.
We love 22.
And I hope this thing cannot hover in place.
So, as this creature is enveloped in this massive sandstorm, it just sees the top of the storm keeping it inside with the head of Sobek glaring down on top of it. And for anybody that doesn't know, Sobek is the Egyptian crocodile god.
Or rather god of the Nile, but when they're being pedantic.
Yeah, gator.
It's the Gator Man!
Yeah. All done, Samdi?
That's all I can do, I think.
All right, you're still within its grip. Reese.
Lovely. I'll pull out my violin off my side, and I'm going to get
One
him down.
sad violin for Sam Diaz just being dragged off.
Yeah, he'll be alright. He'll be alright.
Now is not the time for a ditty.
Do you guys do anything about diagonal or no?
No, fuck that. That's so stupid.
Okay. So if that's the case, then I get up. I have land vehicle proficiency. So you said it's only 5 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get right there. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm gonna get right there, and then
As he goes, can Cat swat him from stepping on the grass?
Yes.
oh
Cat puts her hand out to stop you from stepping on the grass.
oh
Yeah.
And then, like right there. I go, oh yeah.
Now,
Say no!
you can use your action to ask the grass, since you speak Sylvan, to move out of your way, but that will be your action.
Now I'll get right here. I can see him right here, and I'm gonna cast Hold Monster.
All right, and you did move half movement to get there, right?
I thought I only had to use 5 feet to get up.
Oh, yeah, you're proficient. I forgot.
Yes.
Yep.
Aha.
I stepped on it.
All right, hold monster. Is that wisdom or charisma?
It is wisdom.
Okay. Big bird held.
Okay. He's paralyzed, so I don't know. I guess he starts falling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It begins falling down onto the grass with Samdi.
Oh, it moves out of the cell.
Yep, it takes the ouchie damage.
Ouchie damage.
Yeah.
This thing's taking a beating.
So I'll just roll 10d10.
Mm-hmm.
I look at Kater and I go, you want to say a falling chicken? And I play a little violin, and then it just...
Just play the KFC fucking theme song.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Fuck you.
That's McDonald's.
60.
That's McDonald's, guys.
Yeah.
To be
Okay.
fair, I have almost neither of them.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You can have it your way.
All right, Samdi,
that's
as it
fine.
is falling, it relinquishes its grip on you. Give me a dex save to grab onto a tree limb before you hit the grass.
Can I use the dex save to get onto the back of the rock?
That's not how falling works.
I
You're
just wanted to
underneath
see if it
it.
was possible.
Yeah, you're underneath it.
You're out
Dex
of range
save.
of Featherfall. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Do I have Featherfall?
Fall.
I do.
Yeah, I would if I could. Trust me.
Do you use your reaction to Featherfall?
I use my reaction to Featherfall.
Then you grab onto one of the branches, holding onto it as you slowly descend and hoist yourself on top of it as the rock slams down into the grass. And those of you that understand Sylvan hear the shrieks and cries of hundreds of blade warriors across the area. Whoa, Cat, turn off your camera.
Oh god, she's actually a blade warrior this entire time.
What's that? She's about to come out of my screen and strangle me.
There, I just turned off your camera. It's gonna stay off.
Thanks.
That
That
was
horrifying.
Sorry.
hurt my brain to look at.
Sorry.
I saw like the grudge for a second just start coming on my
Gotta
screen.
update your computer. All right, but anyways,
It's probably just my camera that's actually the issue.
But as the rock slams down, still stuck in its... Oh, wait, it's out of the mental prison because it fell through.
Mm-hmm.
You got 60 damage out of it. Lying on the ground, paralyzed, Samdi, you look further away past this battle map, and you see something in the grass moving incredibly quickly towards the rock.
Grass shark.
I call it a grark.
Cerise, anything else?
No, that will be it.
All right, Katarine, you're controlling Bart.
Yes.
Oh.
He's gonna get up and he's proficient, so it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let's see how far he is. So we can hit it with 60 feet stuff. Let's see. He's gonna bonus action Hunter's Market. And hold his action in case it comes this way. So there's nothing. He's moved as much as he can. So.
It's not moving. It's paralyzed.
Yeah, but like he's moved as much as he can. Like he's just.
Does he have javelins? Wait, is he proficient in land vehicles? Because that could have
He
been.
is.
So that was only 5 feet of movement to stand up.
Yeah.
That was already calculated.
Oh.
Yeah, just counted it into it. Yeah.
He has, I believe, told
Misty
it.
step.
Also told it. He has a. Something.
Oh yeah, Toll the Dead is 60 feet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Toll the Dead.
All right, a wisdom save.
Yep.
11. Oh, he gets told.
Yeah.
He
So.
gets told what for.
3d12. God, Told the Dead is so good.
Yeah.
Unless you do it like 2-part. Oh, fuck, that's 2 of them.
Ooh.
And then a 2. But still, a
Seven,
catnip dealing
7.
26 damage.
Yep.
Bloody.
Yep.
Yeah, average damage for that would be like 21 or so.
Yep.
Holy
So that's gonna be
petroleum.
his turn.
Boy,
My god.
All right, next
Like a
up,
boy.
Jack.
Okay. Few questions.
Yeah.
First question. Since my boots don't specify if it takes an action or anything to activate, so I'm assuming it's a free use then.
What boots?
My wing boots. where it's
No,
5 speed.
that's a bonus action to activate wind boots. Right?
Well, it doesn't specify on the item, so I was assuming it was a free action.
You use the boots to fly up once per each one you use. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
this is
because
an
they're
action.
attunement. You can just do it.
Okay. So with that, I have a fly speed then? Does that mean I would still need to use movement speed to get out of the
Yes.
out of the vehicle?
You have to like reposition yourself, stand up properly, and then take off.
Okay. So next question is, the rock is on the ground, right? So if I can get here, then I don't have to go up or down. It's just straight over.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can Misty Step. Now, if I Misty Step onto the grass with my wing boots, I can technically be flying on top of it and not actually stepping on the grass.
So long as you don't step on the grass.
Awesome. So
Which is
I
to
will-
gently touch the top.
yeah,
of
so
the
it would be
grass.
Misty Stepping 30 feet, and then I have a movement speed of 50 feet. And that should get me right there. Oh, wait, something's up. Sorry. And then this thing is paralyzed, so this would be at advantage then.
Yeah, that is correct.
And
And in melee, all of your attacks are auto crits.
okay, So, with a two-handed swing of the scythe, he's gonna say, "Let that Samdi go." Oh, Samdi, you're free.
Samdi in a
Let
branch.
my zombie
Hi.
go.
And then he just turns around and leaves. Okay.
Oh, never mind then.
Right.
25
And then I
hits.
make you guys
That's
better.
a crit. So roll your damage die again.
Let my people go.
8. So that's a 16.
Now, if I remember Hold Monster, at the end of each of its turns, the target makes another wisdom saving success. It says nothing about
Correct.
whenever it takes damage. Woo!
Correct.
All right. That's a crit, regardless.
Yeah.
You can just take the damage from this die. So that's 13 then.
Actually, there's no such thing as a triple crit.
Yeah, right.
And you just keep hitting, just keep hitting, just.
And that's my action, my bonus action, and my movement. So yeah, that's my turn.
Monkey.
All right, I will take my shot.
Because it is prone, you're at disadvantage from range attacks.
So it. Let's do. Oops, I can't move. But anyway, I'll
Excuse
take
me.
my first attack, and I'll do it at disadvantage. So I'm gonna use my precision, which adds a D6.
Yep.
Oops, that's a D5, D6.
Like a D6, like a D6.
So
17.
That hits. For 26 points of damage. It's looking
Second.
really rough.
second attack.
Oh,
Again, I have those
Oh.
nat 20s.
2 nat 20s.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I just saw the first one.
Yeah, I had one on both, but it's okay. We're having breasts and legs for dinner tonight.
How do you want to do this?
We're aiming for right down its gullet, right down the mouth.
So as the creature's lying there on the ground, its mouth opens wide, a second bolt piercing through it. You watch as it goes straight down the mouth and out the other end with a large explosion through it. And then within just a moment, Samdi and Jack, as you're about to lower yourselves slightly, you see whatever's charging through the grass envelops around this creature, and there's this large, jagged, rocky-looking creature that's almost like a, well, grass shark, a gark, that begins devouring the creature very, very quickly until nothing else remains of it except bones.
Who wants the
Something.
wishbone? We can make a wish.
Everyone else hears the chainsaw sound from the massacre.
Ah. That massacre. The chainsaw.
Are there at least feathers?
Is somebody still
Yes.
falling?
No,
No, I'm in a tree.
he's holding onto a branch.
As all that's happening, Hat's gonna like yell and ask the grass underneath that tree to please move out of the way for him.
All right, the grass parts.
Somebody who is looking at Katarina is going to say, could you make them part a bit further? And I don't think I'm going to gracefully land.
I can get you, Samdi.
Or hang on, and Cat will dimension door there, and then dimension door him into the middle of the path
Who needs
if we're
spell
out of
slots?
initiative.
You are out of
Yeah,
initiative.
I was It's just like, oh, that's cool, but a waste. But okay then, thank you.
Bink, bink.
Sandy hops. Ah, fuck. Just gonna look over. You don't think they'd mind if I just, and one of the bones will float up a bit?
I yell out, "Can you get me a feather? I don't want to step on the grass."
There are no feathers.
There are feathers remaining, but there's no meat.
Oh,
Pick up some feathers. Why not?
All right, thank you. Just like
Gonna-
yelling, "Thank you."
so Sandy is going to inspect the bones to see how strong they are, even if they are hollowed.
50 feet away, just say.
The hollow bones, they are incredibly sturdy, though.
Do they
Sturdy
have any
like what?
arcane?
They could be utilized in making focuses. They would be exceptional at necromantic focuses.
Ooh, I will pick up some as well.
Sandy, where's this goddamn claw? I am going to make something out of it.
I picture Somni taking like the beak and making like a headdress out of it.
Going full Vit Shaman.
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check at this point to see what you guys can loot from it.
All right. Anyone want to help me?
I'll roll my own.
I will slightly walk up and then attempt to guidance after I ask the grass to move.
The grass
I
moves.
mean,
Oh, okay,
Only the
that's-
two of
that's
you can ask
amazing.
it to, though.
Yeah, ask it silver. No, thank you.
so
Then
you're
guidance.
gonna
Yeah, Glenn?
guidance.
Yeah, Glenn.
I'm gonna use my game advantage for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, you smell the air of brimstone. By the way,
Smell what
with
the
that
rock is
guidance.
cooking.
And I'm adding
Yeah.
a d6.
Smell what Osmodeus is cooking.
Like a D6, like a D6.
So 31.
And I'm guessing you guidance Jack.
Yeah, sure.
That's
Well,
another
I can
D4.
only guidance one at a time, so this is concentration.
Can I
Oh.
find the fucking claw with a 13?
32.
You do find one of the talons, the one that pierced you in the chest.
So yeah, 32 for Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
32 for Glenn. Jesus.
You know what? We need to get one of those grass sharks because they're very good at processing it.
How big is these feathers? Like I picture them being like.
They're probably big, like real big.
A little bigger,
Yeah.
actually. This is a gargantuan creature.
Yeah, I assume that the
Oh.
wing feathers would be massive, but like the ones on its neck, would they be like still massive?
The smallest ones would be the ones of its neck. That would be a sizable fan for somebody, like a pretty
Okay.
large one. So bring your hand in about maybe a foot, half a foot. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I try to get like 4 or 5 of them.
you can.
Okay, and I put them in the bag of holding. Souvenirs.
Right.
All right, so let me type out what all you find. This is just in total.
As we all sit staring at each other.
No,
awkwardly.
at first I thought my internet cut out again, so I had to like move my head.
You're like,
Okay.
wait, is it me?
Is
Like,
it
no.
me?
Glenn, roll me a d6. Or sorry, 2d6.
Gotcha. Come on, baby.
No.
It's a 9.
So 5 is the bigger number. That was advantage.
Oh, cool.
Alrighty.
I guess while Glenn is harvesting, he's just gonna say, "Well, you know, when you kill animals like this, you kind of want to like recycle its uses. So, you know, always want to give back, make sure like we're being resourceful and use like every part of it."
I look at the grass and go, "Tell me your secret, grass." I go ask the grass, "What was that? Can you respond to that? What was that shark thing?"
So, first two things that you find: 5 sharp, large, iron-hard talons, each several feet long. Expert weaponsmith can shape and carve the talons into weapons and tools of all shapes and sizes. 500 GP each. A rock sliver has use in arcane rituals or can be used as a food item. 400 GP, weighs 20 pounds. The talons are 25 pounds each.
If you eat the liver raw, you will get a vitamin A poisoning.
Except if you're Glenn. Glenn can just eat it raw.
Yeah, joke's on you. I can't get poisoned.
Roll me a d20, Glenn.
Come on, baby.
Your poison privileges
Oof.
have been revoked.
That's a
Since that's a D20 roll, am I able to use lucky on it?
No, this is not an ability
Okay.
check. This is a quantity check. Some feathers can be.
A rock's eyeball.
Lovely.
You see everything as a lizard.
Potentially 20 eyeballs.
Now roll me 2d10s, Glenn.
Gotcha. Come on, baby. That's a 9.
7.
Oh, 7. Right. Advantage.
Advantage.
Nice.
Probably because you nearly got a 35 in the survival check.
Okay.
It's kind of like we actually got 5 sets of intact claws out of this thing, considering it only has 6 claws.
That is a beauty.
It was one of those special rocks that had like the extra thumbs. Yeah.
I would know. I was
Maybe
pissed by them.
Yeah, maybe instead of claws, it had hands.
It actually had cat paws.
Alrighty. So, in total, you found the 5 talons, the liver, 2 collections of feathers, 5 feathers each, collection, so a total of 10 feathers, and 7 vials of rock blood. The liver and the blood can be utilized in magical rituals as well as food. The feathers are aesthetic things for magical items that people like, or even just in their homes. The talons can be made into exceptionally strong weapons.
One of my characters once had a encounter with a rock. I was playing an air cockroach. Specifically chased after the fucker to get a plague doctor outfit out of him.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was also the character that died the quickest.
Are you guys gonna put it in your bag? We can put it in my bag if we need to.
Do you want waterlogged stuff?
I mean, it's just kind of in the bag of holding. You know what I mean? There's not much in there.
Yeah, I was saying because I have a bag of holding that's waterlogged.
Katarine,
Mm-hmm.
roll me an Arcana check.
You got this.
Tell me your secrets.
22.
We love
Tell me
22.
me
The
your
rock's
secrets,
liver
guys.
is probably going to expire in a couple of days, where it will no longer be useful. The vials of blood also will expire in about 4 days unless they get alchemical treatment.
Can I ritually cast Gentle Repose on them?
Is that a ritual spell?
It is.
Then absolutely you can.
Yeah, I got the ritual tag.
Look at that, necromancy spells. But keep in mind, it's only 12 days, so every 10 days you'll have to re-up it.
Absolutely.
I do have alchemical supplies, but I would have to sleep in order to be able to use them properly.
I can just do it. I have alcohol.
Oh.
I have alcohol supplies too.
And
I
she's like,
love it.
boys, stand back. And she's just gonna cast gentle repose on it all.
Well, I guess we could just use magic. I guess.
I was gonna see if I could just distill it and then make it like
Yeah.
you know.
The liver
okay.
and the blood vials all freeze at sub-zero temperature, perfectly preserved.
Now, sometimes people make fun of us for using magic for non-magical solutions. But then again, sometimes magic just is a more effective solution than possibly fucking up a alchemical.
Yeah, that
No,
makes
I
sense.
mean, hey, magic is what people use to solve problems, right? The people that can't use magic to solve problems, they're called poor people.
The looks at Jack.
Yeah, screw
Right.
those poor people.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. Hey, I used to be a poor person. I understand.
Santi's just gonna look over. Next time, you're the one that gets picked up by the rock.
Hey, I mean, I would have been fine. I'm kind of amazing. Anyways, we should probably get back to the cart.
Note to self: learn curse.
I whisper, I know curse. Do you want me to teach you?
Is there such a thing as bestow greater curse?
Higher spell slot.
You can start working on it.
Level 5.
Don't
I'm
mind
not a
me,
poor
I'm
man
just going-
anymore.
Just as he picks up one of the vials of rock blood. I could make it.
Interesting, Sandy. We could either do things with this ourselves, or it would be worth quite a bit as to be sold.
I mean, I know with a few of these talents, I think maybe myself, Bard, and Monkey could maybe go to some blacksmith and get a good weapon. Maybe one for Gabrielle too.
What are you talking about? I have a standard issue blade from our castle.
We look over. It's literally been held in place by a plaster. What do you call that? Band-aid?
Actually,
Yeah.
the blade is exceptionally well tuned and sharpened. It has a slight edge towards the top that would be perfect for getting around shields, even though it is mostly shaped like a longsword, aside from that little curved tip at the end. And it does glisten with a very faint magical glow. Standard issue. For Royal Guard.
They were well supplied.
I'm just gonna lay back in the cart. Glenn got this.
And Bardakov will just kind of look over at Glenn and be like, "Do you want me to drive?"
Yeah, I think I'm done with joyriding for a bit.
Not a
Nope.
problem.
I don't know if it was me,
Darling,
but
you're
just,
fine.
I don't know. I got on the cart. We barely moved, and then next thing I know, giant bird attacks.
So Gavriel
Before
raises his hand.
yes, Gabriel.
If you need to take your rest, Reese, I'd be more than happy to guide the cart.
Yeah, just maybe an hour or two. Just let my shoulders kind of relax. You know, that hunched over and I'm not really meant for that kind of labor. You know,
That's why you need a postured pillow.
let's not get crazy.
He gets up front and puts down a very firm, perfectly squared red pillow and sits on it, and he sits perfectly postured, here, and starts going.
Oh, that's actually kind of impressive. I may do need one of those. Note to self.
Santi just looks at Reese, contempt in his eyes.
Just crisp. And the armor comes off, and I put her to the side.
Crispy.
It's
Just hope you
crispy
know
to-
I'm just gonna do that
It's
every
actually
time.
cream to.
It's
to make
it's
it fall
crispy
off.
to put it on, crisp to take it off.
Ah,
You gotta do that.
yes.
Sound.
Santi just slowly Starts stitching his wound back together.
Oh, do you need help?
Gaping hole in his chest.
Oh, yeah, I
And
got you.
back.
Do you
Just-
need a little pick me up?
There's contempt in his stare.
All you gotta do is say please.
Reese, there is a slight force over your mouth, but that's about it. Makes your speech a bit muffled. That's about it. It's for all extended purposes. I'm just trying to make you be more quiet by making a what's it called, mage hand appear in front of you.
I completely
Shut up.
understand that's a mage hand. I just laughed to myself.
Well, you don't see it, but you feel it.
Hmm.
It's invisible.
Oh yeah, telepathic or
Telekinetic.
telekinetic. Nice.
Just shut up for a minute.
And how hard do you look, Somdi?
Considering I lost a fourth of my health, not that bad.
Why that's not.
Bart will do 30 lay on hands.
That's about.
Are we sure his character would do this?
It's Somdi.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's not Glenn or others.
Monkey.
He's okay with Glenn. It's Glenn he's real suspicious about.
Fair. It's not Gavriel. Oh no, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no, he's dying.
He might
I,
be. He will be very begrudging with Monkey or Reese,
He will
but he
not.
will absolutely not help. Glenn.
Refuse, Gabrielle. Yeah,
Unless
just-
Katarine, like, begs him. Like, he's gonna die!
No, it's not begging. No, you will.
Oh, good point. Good point. I apologize.
yeah. Reese is
He
gonna open his
responds
hand.
the other way.
I'm gonna just open my hand. Well, I mean, if you put your hand on my hand, I'll assume that that's you asking for a cure wounds. I'll just leave my hand right here for you while I'm laying down.
Sandy is going to sit next to Gabrielle.
Would you also like a posture pillow?
Yes, thank you.
Sure. And he goes, like, hands you the reins, goes into his bag, and pulls out a
Immediately turns the card over.
different one. He hands you a green one instead. He's sitting on a red one.
I'm going to assume this is either a joke or just natural selection.
I'm sorry.
You're a good man.
Ah, I do my best.
Fuck. You do not deserve to be with us. He's just mumbling that to himself, not
Yeah.
loud enough, like he's actually talking, just like.
Gavriel
You
will
know.
respond to that. You know, I think I am very lucky as well.
How old are you again?
Well, I'm elven. I am of the mature age. You don't have to worry about that.
There's a message in Katarine's head.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Gabrielle?
Little older than me, so close to.
He would be.
I was trying to think of like elven aging.
So with elven aging, he is much older than you, Katarine. He was born a very long time ago, but he wasn't past all of his rudimentary trainings within his family's home until he was, I mean, longevity-wise, almost 60, which would be the equivalent of him beginning his martial training as a human or other race that ages appropriately around the age
Appropriately.
of, like, 11. And
Gotcha.
since he came out around that time, you met him a few years after that, maybe like 10 or so. You think he's somewhere around the age of like 100, maybe a little older. And for
It's,
elves, that is the age of maturity.
Yeah. like 105, I think.
103, princess. I do not mean to correct you, but
No, just wanted to be sure.
Guys
And
are so
psychically.
young. I love it.
Psychically to Katarine specifically.
Hmm.
I wonder when his breaking point will come. He is too good for this world.
hey, look over there, somebody. There's a doe.
Hey, Farnell, not doing bad for yourself.
What?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know how old I am. Just 103. That's good. That's good. Sounds like a good age.
Yeah, it's not bad. I'm still very young. I need to learn more about the world. And I will. There's so much beauty and wonder out here. It's awesome.
There is a lot to learn here, and everything is so different.
Somebody who's just like staring out at him on the back. A lot to learn, a lot to learn.
Maybe you can teach me, huh? I've been practicing learning small bits of magic, but I practice much more with the sword,
I'm going to open my mouth and let the canary out.
Yeah. Oh, hello, little
Oh.
birdie.
Reese, just so you know, there's constantly a canary inside of Santi's mouth that he lets out, and it's a familiar.
That's just crazy. The minute I notice that, I get up, sit up, I pull out my sketchbook, and I just start sketching like what I just saw.
And Santi is going to whisper to the canary. We have a man interested in learning.
The canary looks away.
Gabriel, I wanted to ask. You said that you had trained in not just magic, but in especially working to overcome magic.
Duh.
That
To
could be.
interrupt casters if they're in the proximity.
Do you think that we could work on that? Because it is something that I do get hit quite a bit, and if I could learn how to be better against that.
Oh, I mean, I don't know how I could possibly teach you anything. Well, see, the thing I know is like how to stop somebody from casting as well as they wish to, how to disrupt their focus on it as well, and that.
But then I can work on improving my focus around that.
Oh, princess, I would never raise my weapon to you. That is out of the question. I can't.
Not to help me defend myself better?
You have me and Bot. And some D here, my good friend.
Santi smiles back as he places the canary on his shoulder. Back in Casino, I had this really wonderful friend called Mama Vusi.
I'm not getting him involved with Mama Vusi.
Oh, she's fine.
Huh?
I mean, Kat, if you just need someone to throw some punches at you, I can pull my punches a bit and throw some your way.
I can do that too. I don't mind penetrating you with my rapier a couple times. Just
Phrasing, sir.
Well, so
I
Oh,
know it's
I
bad
know
when
what I
Gav
said.
figures it. You know it's bad when Gav realizes it.
Yeah, a little
Very
poke here, a little poke
straightforward.
there. It's good for the soul. You know?
well, I certainly appreciate all of the offers, but there is something that I am capable of working on, but it requires more concentration than. I mean, I can, but I wish to be better at it.
Well, you need to focus yourself and make sure you do not allow them to strike at any of the zones that are more vulnerable on you. You know, the temple, the throat, the side of the throat, under the armpit, the sternum exactly. If you get hit there, it'll be very difficult for you to muster any words for your spellcasting at all. Also, if they target a soft spot on your wrist, you might not be capable of maneuvering your fingers as well either. There's quite a lot that go into it.
Or
Well, then
half
teach
fingers,
me.
honestly.
Proper protection is always needed.
Hmm.
Stop it, Reese.
Especially when you get poked. Yep.
Oh, god damn it.
God, why do I feel like I found a soulmate for you?
So, but no, teach me those things.
I just did. All of those locations. You have to be exceptional at protecting them and also toughen them up. Some of the mage guard we had would use stones and would just hit themselves in those locations until they built up a tolerance to it.
You mean like focusing their inner key?
What?
Never mind. It's a martial arts thing.
Well, we perform martial duty as well. It's just it's you'll feel here. Let me see your wrist. Glenn.
Marshal of duty.
Alright.
Do
So
his wrist.
you feel this part, like right between that red vein and that blue vein right there. You feel that?
Right?
And he takes his middle
The
finger
vein falls
knuckle
out.
and just slams into it, and all of your fingers go numb.
Well,
And you just
didn't
had that
even think-
really weird pins and needles feeling.
oh, I
know-
forgot about this feeling.
I honestly didn't know if you had a central nervous system to work with.
Well, of course he does. It's just different. But there's certain locations that the body needs to, well, be aware of in order to fortify them. Now, if, you practice by striking a stone into that every day, several times a day, you build up a tolerance to it, and it doesn't hurt nearly as much. And you can still work through the pain better.
I also recommend trying this strategy with your temple.
Yes, the one right here. And he'll push like this exceptionally soft spot for you, Glenn, on your head.
Are you telling me I'm supposed to smash a rock against my skull to make my skull stronger?
No, you're supposed to have a friend punch you in it. Until you black out. And then they get you better, they heal you up, and then they do it again. It's all a part of the Wardcaster training program.
I'm sure head trauma is not going to have any long-term effects. Don't worry.
Sir, we're in the martial services. There is no long term.
Here for a good time, not a long time. Got
No.
it.
yeah, that's it exactly.
Samdi just looks at him, and there is a well of pity inside of his eyes.
And he just smiles. Imagine how much smarter he was before he went through that training.
Imagine the potential he used to have.
Beforehand, solving
He would have
Rubik's
been a
cubes by
perfect wizard.
just solving Rubik's cubes by the age of 3. It's like, okay, Sam, time to do your martial training.
He would have
Comes
been a
back,
blade
eats the
singer.
Rubik's cube.
Like, the perfect blade singer. No.
Yeah.
Now he's just
That's
a
a-
measly eldritch knight.
Right.
The Rubik's Cube. This is the next Rubik's Cube starts bashing his head against it.
This is all kinds of fucked.
Oh. Well, it's about breeding the strongest that you can. I mean, if we keep this up for a couple of generations, then our children are going to be born with the innate abilities, that the previous generations have had.
I don't think that's how that works.
Ah, it is. I've taken a medicine class.
Was this before or after the blackouts?
Before, why?
Santi just has that exact sound as he just looks at Katarine.
And
Yeah,
she's in the
I mean,
back.
like-
She's in the back of the cart, like waving her hand around to get the pins and needles out because she like found like
Santi,
disgusting.
Santi just says psychically to her, "I'm starting to think your family had a very reasonable reason for being ousted."
You're not the only one.
So, Katarine, what's your strength score?
Yes.
All right, you're going to need somebody else punching your wrist, or you're going to need, like, a very specific type of rock.
I was about to say, can
Like-
my mage hand do it? And then I realized, no, it
No.
has a weaker strength score.
You would need
Yeah.
a rock that is shaped like a Pokemon rice ball.
There's the only
We're
issue
supposed
with
to
me
know what that
trying to
is?
go with myself is she like points at her very dainty and very thin figure. I can't talk to myself enough to actually disrupt my own concentration.
I believe that's called lack of follow through.
So it's this right here. Wait. Damn it. I'm posting a picture of it. Look inside of our Discord chat. Those.
Oh, so a rice ball.
Yeah, but the Pokemon ones.
I never knew a rice ball to be a different.
The first rice ball I ever saw was Pokemon.
Back in my
I
day,
grew
rice
up
balls
around a
only came
lot
in
of white
Pokemon.
people.
You mean the
Yeah.
jelly donut?
Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut.
I mean. Anyways. But
My
if,
favorite is
if you keep that up, princess, you should build up a very strong mental fortitude.
Right. And if there's anything that you wish to learn, let me know. I've been working with Glenn and teaching him a few things as well.
Ah, she's a great teacher. You'll catch on pretty quickly.
I feel like I'm learning so much on the journey already. See, I learned what sarcasm was. Foreign concept. Very useful.
Me too.
Oh, it's a great thing. You're new to it as well.
No, just the learning part.
Sandy, just like Sandy's just gonna look back.
Sandy's just gonna look back.
He's gonna look back
Yeah,
at
so
what?
I accidentally clicked my spacebar with my fucking pinky finger
Oh.
while I was messing with something. So yeah, Sandy's just gonna look back at Katarine.
She'll message him. The elven cult side of Roos was very straightforward. They tended to be very blunt and very direct. They did not have these subtle ways of communicating, like sarcasm and such.
And back to her. He'll say, "I'm just gonna say this once. Are you sure it's the best idea to bring him with us?
Why do you say that?
He is going to end up broken by the end."
have a point.
I am being the nicest I can be right now.
I understand.
He's just such an idiot.
He's not stupid. Just he spent as much time in the castle that I spent sequestered. He was much more controlled.
If your father's advisors, what's the best term for it? Displayed character is to be believed. Yeah.
It seems that as controlling as his father was with my family, it seems that he even got worse of a deal than I did.
Well, you gotta weigh the options of how much do you think you can expose him to before he realizes the gravity of what we've done. I'm sure he wouldn't think too badly of you. Imagine if he knew what I did.
That's the truth. I will think on it someday.
It's a shame Bart's currently catatonic. He can't talk to you about this. As he's looked over, he's been the look
He's just
over. He's
asleep.
actually been the target of all these paralyzed punches.
Ow.
His arm completely flopped aside. Just stop, please. And you see, this is how you make them stop breathing.
I will fucking kill you.
No. And Samti's just gonna continue to ignore Reese by staying next to the second.
My hand is up, still like this, next to him, waiting to see if he touches it or not for the cure wounds.
What? Are you raising your hand to ask a question?
No. If he
Samti
want,
will say he's giving you a high five, Glenn.
yeah, of course.
Okay. High five.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Woo!
I guess killing
Actually,
that rock was worth a celebration.
if you're relaxed, and I pull out my violin, and I start playing it for a song of rest in case you want to recover hit die.
I think I'm the only one that
Yeah, I
actually
think
got
so.
it.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
was. That's why I was playing it.
Just for
You
you,
know-
Samdi. A
not
song
I'm
healing
at
just
full
for
health
you.
this entire time.
Oh, are you? Oh, from the lay on hands, right?
Yes.
Oh,
30 points. I lost
I
25.
don't know your hit points. That's a crazy concept to me. It's foreign. I just play the violin then.
So, going over your next stretch of open landscape, you find your way closer to this large stream and river. Now, on the map, it is not labeled. But you, Reese, you know that this is considered the crater stream. A very odd phenomenon where down inside of this crater that was slammed into this territory long before people started filling up the Balara coast. Outside of the natives that lived here, of course. This lake is unique in the way that it seems to push water upstream with strong enough current to continue this stream down through your area, past the Wara farms, and even further down to the south. but it still allows the Griffin stream to go down into the lake itself in order to keep pushing up. It's a very unique phenomenon that happens.
So like the pressure of it going into the crater is enough to push it back up the hill.
So it goes down from Griffin Expanse into the Crater Lake, and for some weird reason, it can go back uphill and continue the path that it originally had. Nobody knows why.
Cool.
All in favor of exploring Crater Lake for possible gravity-related magic. Ignore the storyline completely.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Okay. I feel called out.
Yeah, I would. When we get to the Crater Lake, or River, I would explain the whole system, like as a way of it. That way, everyone knows.
So, you also see that there is this incredibly long chain link that stretches out towards all of you in this large loop past this large, what do you call those things? Cranks, dials, system. It's very strange. Are any of you proficient in tinkerers?
Mm-mm.
Alrighty. Well, as you get out, you start doing what you always have to do when you come through here like this. You start taking your cart apart. Just the wheels. Everyone else looks over at Reese as he begins doing this.
You gotta take the wheels off.
Oh, is that how those things work?
Yeah.
Sometime in the next 3 hours, usually, there's going to be a raft connected to the chain link that is going to be pushed over here all the way across. Once it arrives, you have to move all of your belongings onto that raft very quickly, including your cart with the wheels inside of it. And you'll have about 30 minutes to do that before it starts moving back to the other side. They have somebody on the other side constantly manning it, but it's a 3-hour rotation.
How heavy is the cart?
Oh, pretty fucking heavy. With
Mhm.
everything inside of it, minus people, well over like 600 pounds.
Yeah, I would explain to you like, yeah, this raft is meant to take carts to the thing all the time. It's one of the main ways to get to Sharpton. It'll be fine.
I need a BRB.
So, do we have some sort of? We take the wheels off, and then what?
We just
Where
wait
we
for the
take over?
raft. Yeah, you just kind of you push the cart. After you take everything out of it onto the raft, and then you take everything that was in the cart and put it on the raft too. So,
All right. Well, we just wait then.
yes.
You take everything out, you get it all situated, and then you all sit there. There's these stumps on the side of this bank of water that you see people have dug out small little holes to spit their chewing tobacco into, and you also see locations for other holes that people would put their fishing rods into as they sit on the bank and just relax and fish sometimes. Though, only if you have that equipment are you able to do that right now.
I have fishing rods. I don't have proficiency in them.
Well, it doesn't stop you from using them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have all sorts of things in this bag.
You just bought everything you could.
As we get there, Kat's gonna kind of take a moment and kind of the things that, like, the few corrections that needed to be made with Gavril's work, she'll go over them with him.
In my board time, I pull out that that magical box that plays that jaunty childhood tune, and it just does it on repeat. It sounds horrifying. Like if you could think of like scary sound in music, That's what this
The
is.
tinkling, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like the music that like a horror murderer would be like stalking its victim to.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I could get jiggy to this.
Yeah. It's a childhood tune. It's like one of the little trinkets I carry around. Pass this time.
This sounds so familiar.
It's just like ch-ch-ch.
Anywho.
Like,
So, as you're all waiting, a few hours go by before inevitably your raft appears. Now, it only took about 1 hour until you heard the chain start to move and you could see it physically moving towards you.
Mhm.
Which means it takes 2 hours for the raft to get from one side to the other of this massive river. As it arrives over on your side, you go over, Reese, to this little box connected to the system that they have and place a gold coin on it. As soon as the gold coin touches the metal, there's this spark that goes all the way across it, signaling, yeah, keep it there. That's also you paying for your passage.
Yeah. Toll. Okay, let's start moving the stuff on.
One by one, you guys have to pick up everything that you can and scoot it across onto this raft, getting it positioned. And once you're all on it, the raft is sturdy enough that all of you, plus the cart and all of your belongings, can be on it. But it does dip into the water a little bit, letting a little bit of water splash up on top of your toes. Just slight amount. Then
Prestidigitation. Just nope.
no cold toes. No cold toes.
Nope.
It's not so bad.
Alrighty.
I have that too. I will also be prestidigitation.
No cold toes. So, moving across this massive expanse, beautiful river that you are on, you see all manners of different wildlife in here. Beautiful creatures, all abundantly, well, enjoying themselves. You see flying fish jumping out from the river, moving upstream, catching wind underneath them. You also see these swimming larger fish. They look
Crispy. I'm gonna put the armor on.
They look similar to catfish, but instead of the grungy exterior that they have a very soft, beautiful, silvery scale about them. In fact, they come up to the edge of your ship and put their mouths right next to it and just start sucking at it.
They're not too smart, are they?
I don't know. I don't. There's always a bigger fish, so I'm good.
Seeing that nobody's doing anything, Gavriel rolls his eyes, reaches into his bag, and pulls out a berry and tosses it to the fish, who
Don't
gulps
feed
it.
them. You're gonna make more of them come.
Clearly, other people have, or it wouldn't be here right now.
I like to think it eats like the moss or something. You know.
But it came right to us. Clearly, somebody has done something.
You know,
Mm,
Gabrielle's
that
making a
and-
pretty smart observation.
That and we are in part of the world that has a lot of Fey influence. That was not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, if I was hungry and sticking my nose out, I would want somebody to feed me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Guess that makes sense. It could be a fae.
Heart of gold.
Yep.
Golden retriever energy, confirmed.
Yep. Big golden retriever energy.
So, continuing across, you make it to the other side where you see this massive industrialized dock before you. your cart comes rolling up towards the edge, and they have people on the other side helping you take it off of this nice little raft and putting it over to the side. You are going to have to put it back together yourself, but you see they are not mechanically cranking you all to the other side. Instead, they have some type of mechanism that somebody is manning, pushing these weird contraptions and buttons in order to push the cart or the raft from one side to the other. It's quite amazing. And then you look further past that at the first industrialized city all of you have ever seen. Well, not all of you. The city itself has an energy and air to it that is distinct and original. The architecture sticks closely to browns and grays and other things such as that. But it does have this constant ticking noise coming from it that is annoying at first, but grows on you as you spend time here. As you peer up into this city of progress that they have out here, looking at the hundreds and hundreds of civilians that live here, you see each of the homes are made out of a soft stone that looks sturdy but easily formed. Very unique. And they have these weird 3-wheeled carts that only one person sits on top of go past you. They seem to be kicking at these weird pedal things that, well, make it move faster.
That's fascinating.
What is that?
Ooh, wrong one. So, Reese, that is what they call a tricycular unit.
Like a cart, right? It's like a cart.
Well, it's a tricycle, but just
Oh,
for
okay.
one person to ride. It's a tricycular unit.
I want one.
That's just fascinating, and just could see how that would be such a convenient form of travel.
I mean,
Yeah, there's a lot of smart people here.
What's it running on? Like, what's powering that thing?
oh, that is weird. It's like you are the beast of burden for yourself.
Kind of, sort of. Again, there's a lot of smart people here. You'd be surprised what these people make.
Now, as you're all walking past, I want all of you to give me a charisma saving throw as this, what you thought was just like a street post, relinquishes a lot of steam out of the top of it, all very suddenly.
Is it charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
I thought you said charisma.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
heard too.
this is frightened. Sorry, this is charisma. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Glenn,
Oh, it's
11.
frightened?
Yeah, it is.
I'm immune to frighten.
Okay.
Charisma saving throw for Bart. Okay. Right, there you go.
Samdi. Monkey.
Both are muted. I think they're away right this second.
Oh, great.
Oh, somebody said he'd be right back.
Yeah.
So
All right, so only none of you, yeah. As it shoots out, you all like reactionarily look over at it, and Gavriel falls backwards, like reaching for his weapon, ready to defend. But yeah, it's just relinquishing steam.
That was steam. Why would you use steam on such a thing?
I think I saw this last time I was here, and it got me the same thing.
You see a gnomish individual wanders over to you. That's for keeping things moving.
Mm-hmm.
What things?
Things. We use the steam for many different things. You can use it to heat a home. You can use it to push energy away, and other choice things like that. They also use it to keep many of the gears functioning.
Yep. It's one of the reasons why me and my daughter were so like. That's the reason why we were working on this town to try and get this. I was like a way to get back and forth here. So there's a lot of smart people here. So it's always good to start making deals with them.
So it's just fascinating. Like she's talking to the gnome. It's just I've never seen a place like this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the inventions here all seem pretty like advanced, you know.
It is.
Oh, strange. You all are from pretty far away. What are you doing in the city?
Here, we are passing through into the Nesfarsit Mountains so that we can judge the quality of some of the mining there.
All right, reminders.
I'm from Spalding. I literally was here like a week ago.
Right, but they definitely aren't from around here.
Yeah, they're new.
New
They're my
business
hired hands.
associates.
Yes.
All right, well, welcome to Sharpton, City of Progress. You all need anything, just bother somebody who has a hat like mine, and they put on this conductor-style hat.
Mm-hmm.
Which, Reese, you would know that means they're one of the peacekeepers of the town. They don't have an occupying police force. They have peacekeepers, people that try to pacify situations, assist people with their day-to-day lives and things that they require, as well as uphold the laws, but they really don't like getting physical unless it's absolutely necessary. You also know that when they need physical interaction, they usually send some of their robotics at people.
Yeah, I assume they have like trinkets and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't mess with them. They're the neighborhood watch. Think of them as a neighborhood watch. It was called out.
That's great.
Yeah, they're like the neighborhood watch. They deal with conflicts with their robots. So they're robots and they're tinkering tech.
So that's interesting. Are they animated in some way, or is it all
Yes.
the mechanical?
Some of them are done with steam. Some of them it's with similar magic to like a golem. So it's one of the reasons why, like, again, it's this. The fact that my daughter is here working with someone to put up a teleportation circle for trade for us, it's one of the reasons why it's so imperative on that task.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So, you missed Sharpton, City of Progress, Steam, Magic, Golems, things like that.
Okay. I got the general gist.
Yeah, if you want the strange and unordinary, this is the place.
If I wanted to, say, make a mech suit.
They probably could make it, whatever that is. You want like a reloadable crossbow, they probably could make that for you, like stuff like that.
This is probably where Chompy or whatever his fucking name came from. Oh god, this is where it came from. It's Salmon River.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's starting to make a lot of sense.
That does make so much sense.
I was literally thinking about it as we came back to this river.
Y'all should know there's always layers to my onions, guys.
It's too bad some of the onions are stuck at the bottom of the river.
They still make you cry.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about it like, oh, we kind of just left that there.
Yeah, we did.
You think Chompy's like one of the inventions or part of the inventions that they got going on in Sharpton?
We have no official statement on that creature or know anything about their whereabouts outside of our city.
Detecting thoughts.
Okay.
Insight check.
Sure.
I'm
He's
just
literally
confused.
thinking of a script from a memo that was sent out a couple of years ago that whenever somebody brings it up, this is all you say.
In
Of
fact, I
course.
don't even know what this chompy creature you're talking about is.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is like while we're here, right? My daughter, she owns a house. It's not a manor, so we wouldn't be able to stay there. So
I'm
That's
pretty sure I can commandeer a bathtub.
yeah, so we'd have to well, I mean, she lives. We're good in Spalding. Over here is a different story. You know what I mean?
That's the place I have a bathtub.
So in other words, we have to stay at a tavern.
That's no problem. Do you happen to know of one that is
The gnomish,
comfortable?
the gnomish individual adjusts his hat. Oh, were you talking to me or him?
Either.
Well, would I know?
Oh, you would know of the one that you
I
and
would
your
know.
daughter stay at, yeah.
Well, she has a house at this point. It's just
Okay.
yeah, I'm not dealing with that kind of
This
work.
man owns real estate.
She owns real estate here. I don't.
Well, we have a whole bunch of different standards of living that people can accommodate to, based off of whatever their needs is and how long they're going to be inside of our city. If you are looking for something that leaves it more privatized so that you can work on your own inventions or your own tinkering or jobs or anything that you aspire to, we have these lofts. These lofts are on top of many different shops, usually associated with particular shops that you are interested in staying at. And if you are interested in something a little bit better than a loft, of course, we do have entire studios that you can rent out yourself and keep for as long as you need. Now, if you're just looking for simple living inside of a tavern to relax and enjoy the phenomenal inventions and ingenuity we have here, you are welcome to go ahead and stay at many of our different taverns. I can point you in the direction of them, where they can accommodate you with things like your own private bath that is heated through our steam system.
Perfect. Where's one of
wordy one.
those?
Oh, so you guys aren't making things. Okay, yeah.
Mining loft.
So, right down the way, there's the fire staff.
I
Is
am
that-
compelled. Sorry.
Is that the like the inn with the bath and all that?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, the fire staff is a very reasonably priced one that has all of the standard accommodations that we like to have here. Reese, you didn't personally stay at the fire staff because it was a bit more thematic. It's ran by a staff of nothing but Ganassi.
I let everyone know.
Steamy.
It's a pretty themed place. A little humid for my taste usually, but if that's what you guys want.
I believe that something might be missing the desert.
Santi stares into the river. I'm
Right.
feeling more and more at home.
And it is significantly warmer here as well.
I think the fodder stuff will work.
Cool.
We won't be here too long as they just put up with it for a bit.
All right. So, you all head over towards the fire staff, this nice bronze-plated building out front that has quite a bit of steam coming out the top of it. As the door opens up, you all step inside and you see that there appears to be 3 different Ganassi individuals, all 3 fire, one of which is sitting behind the bar right now making some drinks, another of which is wiping down tables, and a third one has their feet kicked up on an already clean table, pissing off the second person who's actually working. When you all
Hi,
step in, they straighten themselves and, welcome to the Fire Ganassi!
Well, welcome.
I feel welcome.
Fuck. Well, thank you for the welcome.
You want some rooms?
Yes.
Perfect. I count 7 of you. We have 7 rooms available.
Perfect. And a stable?
Yes, we have a wagon.
Yeah,
and
the
horse.
power is very stable. Oh, you mean for horse? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, there's one over by the entrance, not too far from here. We could send them over and get it accommodated for you. You're going to have to pay for that as well. We don't have active stables in the town. We do have bicycular parking, though. Much
I mean, I need to
smaller
put the-
than horses, you know?
Yeah, I do need to put the horses in the stable regardless. So
Yeah, we can take care of that for you, no problem. It's not an issue.
okay.
Yeah. So 7 rooms, all of which are accommodated with baths for you.
Yes.
Each of the baths do have their own steam sections as well. You'll be able to adjust the temperature based off of how much steam you let in there. It's really good for your skin and pores. Open up, get all that bad stuff out of you, you know?
Right.
And it's going to run you 2 silver per room.
So that's 14 silver.
What about for the horses as well?
Their pricing, I can just have them write you a receipt and bring it to you, and you can pay them once you leave.
Okay, that
Yeah.
works.
Sorry, it's been a while since someone came in here with animals, you know?
Right.
As the
Out of towners.
dog barks loudly.
Perfect. And I hand over the money for the rooms. And how many ganassi are there?
3.
3 gold as tips as well.
Thank you. Hey, you guys want a fire Ganassi original beverage? Huh?
You have my attention.
All right, so we call this fireballs. And they make you cinnamon spiced whiskeys.
Is this similar to what we had with Tawahaj?
Nowhere near as hot. Instead, it's like actually enjoyable to people that aren't immune to fire.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
But it is
I,
very cinnamony.
Mhm.
I give them the I'm good, and I go back to drinking my flask.
Drinking
Cat
hot coffee
just-
in a steamy ass hot fucking hotel.
No, I mean it's iced coffee, but like now it's
okay,
hot.
okay.
It's iced coffee.
Now it's
Cat-
hot.
Cat downs it like it is water.
Yeah, don't mind if I do.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, whew, great. Let me show you to your rooms. As you go over towards the left wall, there's a very thin staircase that you have to walk up. Samdi, you're kind of stuck, like, waddling a little bit, and don't feel bad. Gavriel is as well. Both of you being the widest in the party. As you get to the top of the stairs, he literally hands you keys to room 1, room 2, room 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Apparently, nobody else is staying here.
Is there a room 8?
There's 10 rooms in total. You're our first guest today. Thanks.
Lovely.
So it looks like business is slow, huh?
Oh, I mean, it's the guards do a phenomenal job at rotating who they advertise for. Just most of the time when you mention the place is steamy and hot, a lot of people don't seem to like that. I mean, once in a while you get some, like, you know, rich, prissy asshole from, rich guy from the Abakwin Desert who wants to try it out. But that's usually it.
That makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
we wanted to see something that, you know, as we travel, something that fits with where we're staying, you know.
Yeah. I mean, he looks over at Samdi and points at him. You look like you're going to fit in here perfectly.
Somebody looks back. So this place does have a steam bath, right?
Oh, yeah, you have your own bathtub. You're a big... I'm sorry, do you embrace your heritage?
I am large, yes.
All right, he takes key to room 7 away from you and hands you key to room 10. There's a much larger bathtub, and, well, I mean, nobody else asked for the suite, so we figured we'll give it to you. And the steam can waft through the entire room other than the bed section.
Did you guys make this place?
Yeah. Where we come from, there's a lot more Ganassi, But me and my siblings, we bought the place. That's why we call it the fire staff. You know, it's staffed by fire.
I
I get
I
it.
had the joke in the back of my head. I just wasn't quite sure it was a joke.
Yeah, but it'll help you remember, right? That's the hope, at least.
You probably picked a bad place to set up business.
Oh.
Don't be so negative, Sandy. I think they're doing a good job.
Glenn, as you were
Never said they
profusely
weren't.
sweating right now. like,
Samdi, for once in his element, not sweating.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, Gator, but
So,
you know what I mean.
So everybody goes into their respective rooms. And the man will call out through the hallway. Dinner will be ready in a couple of hours for you. Feel free to come downstairs and enjoy it. We're having some spiced sausages over linguine.
Linguan.
Now, everyone else's room has a bed, a nightstand, a footlocker, as well as a bathtub on the far area that is kind of like walled off with these paper little walls that they have. And once you get back there, you see it does have a dial to release more steam or release less steam. For any of you that aren't resistant to fire, you're probably a little less than what's in here right now.
I have it turned all the way to no steam.
But Samdi, when you step through the door, magnificently large room all to yourself. Maybe a good 40 feet by 40 feet in total. You see that the bed is this large queen-size mattress that you could fit on beautifully. Very sturdy frame, but very softly feathered. More importantly, you look over at the in-ground, beautifully large bathtub that looks like you could easily fit 5 or 6 people, or one crocodile can stretch out a lot.
Hmm. Good.
Good, good.
This is perfect.
Yes. Now, you can just, if you're anyone's listening, they can just hear the bellowing.
Reese is just like, I hate sweating. Messes with
Well,
my
too
hair.
bad.
This is in my room. I'm just like, it messes with my hair. Just fizzes
No.
everywhere. Oh, God.
Important to point out, close to your bed, the temperature is actually quite cool.
The humidity, though.
No,
Ugh.
0 humidity on top of the bed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. There's this nice little trimming in the floor that has these tiny vents that are constantly pushing air upwards as a block from all of the moisture from entering in there.
Mm. But the minute you leave the bed, it's straight.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like the hotel in Florida compared to stepping outside into
Oh, my
Florida.
God.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Georgia. It's 100% humidity all the time.
But anyways, a couple of hours go by, you hear the dinner bell ringing, and they have the most monstrously large meal made for all of you. And you notice the siblings are going to eat as well, just, over at the bar. They hand each of you another fireball, as well as a, a gourd of ale, spiced ale, cinnamon spiced. Actually, it wouldn't be an ale at that point. It would be a cider, a cinnamon spice cider. They would give you.
Ooh.
Yeah, warm, of course.
Psychic cider.
And you each get these incredibly large plates filled with linguine noodles, red sauce, and hot sausage.
Okay, so I'll eat the food, but the drinks, I kind of just like pass them over to Katrina, just because,
Wow, you already know who the alcoholic is.
yeah.
You figured it out.
Just like,
Bad
hey,
line, so no.
I'm like, I
Alcoholic.
don't, I drink water and my flask. Here you go. It's probably not healthy for my heart.
She's just like, no, they're great. That's fine. This is very good.
And you see the one waitress of the family, she looks over at you all and calls out, "How do you guys like it?"
It's phenomenal.
It's delicious.
Good.
So
You need a top off on your ales or ciders?
For me, yes.
All
Yes.
right. She'll come by and pour another one for both of you. They are quite accommodating, aren't they, Princess?
They are. This is good hospitality.
okay, so when you guys want to go to the mine, I pull out the paper. So this is gonna be your next step. But while we're here, if there's anything you're specifically looking for that's unique, this would be the city to find it.
Well, I think that considering that we are at a loss for our caving gear, we should pick some of that up while we are here.
Wait, you said caving gear?
Caving, climbing.
Oh, okay. I have one set of climbing gear in this.
Yes, I have lost my cave-in generating gear.
Pat's like trying to like set up as like, yes, oh, we have to pick it up because we lost it. Like trying to develop a cover here.
You're trying to be sleuthy with this
Yeah.
party. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to when I want to be.
Yeah, I got one set of climbing gear here, but I don't think that'll help everyone.
No, I think we need to pick up some for everyone. And so that would be useful. And we need to make sure that we have enough provisions.
How long did it take us to get here?
About, I want to say 4 days.
Okay, because I have like 22 rations. That's why I gotta like subtract.
Yeah. Well, thanks for actually keeping track.
All right, those are not to pull two. Okay. 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 Do you guys have any like idea where the spear might be, by the way? Outside of just generally in a mountain?
I remember seeing the location fairly well. It's deep
you
inside the
get-
mountain.
How do you guys find this information, if you don't mind me asking?
I do mind you asking.
You do mind me asking. Okay. You got to give me some of the puzzle pieces here, darling, or else it's hard to work without seeing some more of the picture.
Divine intervention.
Okay. God. Okay. Cryptic message for a spear that may or may not be there. I love it.
It is there. We used another one in Casino, whose location was given to us in the same method.
Okay. Happened before. I'm sure it means the same again. How'd you guys find that one? Did you guys just like open up a cave, jump down a hole, said some magic words, Hakuna Matata, and it popped up?
Went to an iced over realm and met vampires there.
Okay. Vampires. Holy water. Do I have holy water? Just in case.
No, this is ones that
priest
are
kit?
guarded by demons now.
Oh. Demons.
Yes.
Good thing you have that one, that lovely spell you picked up.
Precisely.
In that case, if you're dealing with demons, a protection spell might not be a bad idea.
No, I don't think so either. And
I can only cast it once, so just do this, and I pull out my violin. I can only cast it to this, so it's a one-time go.
certainly. So I would hang on to casting it until we are much
Sure.
closer.
Yes.
Do you happen to know if Sharpton has any magic stores as well?
Sharpton? I mean, I would assume that the city of Progress would have science and magic go hand in hand, right? DM?
There's not as many high-end magical shops here. They have a fundamental wanting and craving for progress, which comes from the foundation of invention. Now, those two do overlap quite a little bit, but it's more of a newer concept. You can find some low-level stuff here pretty easily. High-level stuff, a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, so explain that.
I am looking for something that can either is a spell scroll or an item for locate objects.
There's always the possibility of it, but
Yeah, like a Dragon Ball tracker, but like for items. A Dragon Radar, but for items.
Dragon Radar.
Because that's like techish, right?
Yeah, you got to find your tools.
Yeah. I mean, if you're here again, if you could think of anything like unique, you could probably find it here. Like I know that monkey uses a hand crossbow, right? So you can probably find like, I don't know, if I can like a pulley system version that just shoots multiple or something like that, you know?
Right. But I'm looking to see if I could find an object specifically. Because I have an idea, but I want to be as short as possible as to its location.
Yes. Trying to think what else I can do. Yeah, finding items, not really my jams.
Mm-hmm. So, she's gonna look over to the Genasi.
yeah.
Is there a magic shop here or a an item shop that is good for locating things?
Well, they have an investigator's shop not very far away from here that you can definitely look at. A magic shop though, they do have the Kindle shop. Yeah.
Kindle.
They have a
What
whole
is
bunch
that?
of books on random things.
Oh, perfect. I will definitely have to take a look at it. I appreciate your help. Where is it?
So you want to head towards the center of town a little bit. There's going to be this billboard that you'll see. It's not actually a billboard. It has a whole bunch of different places and directions for heading to anywhere that you're trying to find inside the city.
Excellent.
I'm not really good at giving directions, unfortunately.
That's all right. What is the name of the shop?
Kindle.
Kindle.
Excellent.
Yeah, that might be our first step. I mean, do you
I
have
think
anything
so.
that might like give off the same like magical implementation of the spear? Because maybe like, you know, residency finder or something like that might help. I'm just trying to think of like something that a tech person would be able to help us with in this situation. Do you have anything of like the last spear that you guys got?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I think going to Kindle might be our first step then.
I think so as well.
Yes.
I'm ready to go if everyone else is.
Yeah, I think that sounds like the right move to make. Take care of the business that we got first, and then perhaps explore Sharpton afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Then let's go.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Well, as you have set yourselves up inside of a room and you get to head out into the town looking for the Kindle establishment, I think this is a wonderful place for us to end the session. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Goodbye.